happened here, but
Well, okay, you guys are identical twins.
Yeah.
This is obviously a life-changing experience that happens to you at 15. Do you think this kind of is a fork in the road that makes you guys different?
Could I just say, like, I'm teaching at the moment. I'm coaching year 7s, year 8s, year 9s. Like, that's like the whole bit where they're like going through puberty. They're like,
This story isn't getting any better. You just don't want to see you teaching.
but I honestly do like teaching kids and like helping them like disciplining because there's like a whole like
Disciplining. Wait, bro, you are slipping up too much.
disciplining is crazy,
Too
bro.
much. You're right.
He walks into uni with an entire chicken, a barbecue chicken,
Oh, yeah,
and he just eats it in the back of the lecture.
But yeah, but people would look at me weirdly.
I wonder why.
I would look at you weird.
And we're playing scissor roulette.
Oh, we're seeing we
We'd
land
turn on the fan on like so high. And
It kept targeting, the six kept targeting. Yeah. Was copying it, bro. I don't even really blame the guy that much, to be honest. What the fuck?
Looking back on it, it was weird of us to stay in hostels in the first place as kids. But
It's better. Okay.
we haven't even introduced the boys yet.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We're
there you
back.
go.
We've got the twins on, Ben and Jake. I guess introduce yourselves. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure.
So my name's Ben Maddox. This is Jake, and I guess what I'll start with is my beginning. I went to school with Riley. Well, we both went to school with Riley at Oxford Falls. We met each other.
Hated that dude.
We
bro.
met each other,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest, we weren't really good friends.
Yeah, dude. I thought you guys were. Bro,
Oh, that's great. Straight away, bro.
That should probably get bleeped. But Riley was in our mentor, and we just like I don't know what happened. Like, why weren't we friends?
No, so we were both in the same house, McKellar.
Yeah.
So if I came in year 7 and I met you two and I knew you guys were just like I thought you guys were like
Yeah.
gronks, like just annoying.
Well, you hung out
Like,
with
yeah.
a bit of a.
I hanged out with I hanged out with Gronk. Yeah, he was a bully.
Name it.
Yeah.
Well, you probably, I don't know if you
I don't think we can name drop him.
He's a bit of a dangerous guy.
He's probably a nice slinger.
Oh, your name drop. Hey, I'm gonna fucking find you, you cunt.
Yeah. Dude, I know where he lives. We can pull him up on tonight, bro.
I'm scared.
Take him easy.
Easily, bro.
Stack the episode.
Dude, but yeah, that was when we met. When I came into year 7, and then in McKellar, we would like hang out and stuff. But you guys were all like
And we
soccer
had a
freaks.
goated mentor teacher, Mr. Brannon, bro.
Yeah, no, we didn't have Mr. Brandon until like year 9.
Oh, we had a guy that stopped. And Mr. Brannon was the main guy.
Oh, we had Mr. Rolf. You remember Mr. Rolf?
Oh, I actually remember
Yeah,
Mr.
remember
Rolf.
Mr. Rolf?
Right. He was a cool guy,
He was
though.
cool. I liked
He
him.
was right.
You're right. We had Mr. Blackneck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her name. Not saying the N-word here. That's
Bro.
her last name.
Whoa.
That's her last name, Mr. Blackneck.
That
right.
wasn't necessary.
I have to clarify.
That
I have
was
to
rough.
I
clarify.
don't like saying that word. Can we stop?
Her name was Mr. Blackneck. We might have to bleep all these names, bro.
No. It's all right.
I don't know
Anyway,
if anyone's listening.
Yeah,
They already,
you know.
they already clicked off.
Carl's listening. Carl's listening. Yeah, Carl's listening.
No, we'll keep going.
But so in year 8, we were in Mr. Blackneck's class, and that's when you guys were throwing up the scissors in the fan.
Yeah.
And we're playing scissor roulette.
Oh, we're seeing
we'd
we land
turn on the fan on like so high, and
It kept targeting. The six kept targeting.
Yeah.
Was copying it, bro.
Like, so how many times did this one kid get hit?
Bro,
I
he didn't get hit,
swear-
but he was close to it.
I swear I didn't chuck the scissors. I swear it bounced off the fan.
You got a lawyer here, so
Exactly.
allegedly.
Allegedly, he reckons, bro.
In year 9, we had Mr. Brian. That's when we had all the
Yeah.
like weird stuff happen.
Well, he let us watch PewDiePie's
Oi.
Minecraft series
Yeah.
during a mentor.
Oi,
and
sorry to interrupt, but that was the same year Ben got touched as well.
Oh, we haven't even jumped into that.
Yeah,
part
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Should we talk about
We
it?
have to talk about that. We can't skip it.
Ethan's
bro.
very interested about how you got touched.
So this was actually
I am actually. He's right.
this was an iconic moment in year 9.
So tell us how this happened before. Like, where were we?
So
We're in.
So
yeah.
so for challenge we were paired up. We were McKellar and then there was Raringa. Was that the
Raringa,
red one?
Benalong, Bradfield.
Yeah, it was McKellar and the red one.
Yeah,
Was
so
that
Raringa,
Raringa?
and that was like the 3rd day in on Urban Challenge.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what Urban Challenge is basically you go to the city and you live off as like a, what would you say?
It's a school camp.
Yeah, it's a school camp.
Good preface.
In hostels.
Yeah.
in hostels.
hostels.
You're saying in hostels,
Like,
which
you-
was the dangerous part for me.
You're living an Australian, like the Australia dream, pretty much. Stay in hostel.
Yeah.
Stay in
in a
hostel
hostel.
with limited
Yeah.
money, and that's it. So the 3rd night comes around, and we're at Bondi with Raringa, which is the other.
But actually, me and Jake were lucky not to
But
get sent
keep
home
going.
the night before.
Yeah.
Because there was some stuff that happened. Like what happened? People were putting toothpaste in, soap dispensers.
Sunscreen, the soap dispensers.
Me and Jake
bro, I was there.
chucked an apple at,
Oh
and
yeah.
it smashed and hit him. And we had to do an interview process with all the teachers in the next hostel, and they were choosing who to send home.
Do you remember the second night? Do you remember the second night?
That was the second night.
No. The second night was when.
That was when I got interviewed.
No, the second night, when you got interviewed.
Yeah.
The second night we had that suicide front out the net out the front, and we had that fan in the room, and all the
I wasn't there.
in the group.
Yeah,
No, we had a
Oh,
fan, and we started bashing that fan in, and then we put soap in the fan.
Then we threw out the window.
It's just a
threw
lot
out
of
the
dumb
window
shit, right?
of where the suicide net was, bro.
Our
And we
mental
went back
class-
into the room.
Our mental class was just full of dumb fucks, bro.
And we were so scared that Mr. Brandon would find it because he was
Yeah.
staying in our room as well. Bro, it was hilarious.
Wait, Mr. Brandon slept with you.
No, he slept in our room. Don't you remember?
Mr. Brandon slept in our room.
Oh,
Like, it was a big room.
I thought you got touched, bro. What are you
Dude,
talking
it was
about?
hostile, bro.
Is that legal?
Dude, he was cuddling with me, innit? Like that's the
Bro.
So this actually led to the third night. Which
Okay.
Is, yeah. So I actually shouldn't have even been there because I denied it all when I got interviewed, and they believed me for some reason. I don't know why they believe me.
Then you snitched.
And then I actually did snitch on a few people to get myself in
That's
trouble.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, year 9, you don't know any better.
Exactly. I apologize if you're listening. I don't know, he's probably not. But so then third night, me and my mate Alex, we're in the hostel and we're cooking up some
And
food.
I was there as well.
Jake was there. Yeah, Jake was there as well. And we're cooking up food in the shared kitchen. They got a lot of like shared fridges. And I think we pissed off some people because people were putting stuff in the fridges and then we were like eating it and using it to make food in the kitchen. And this one bloke, so me and Alex and Jake went up to the bathroom to take a piss.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Alex are using the cubicle. Jake gets shy, so he goes in. No, actually, yeah. Me and Alex were using, what's the stuff you pee into? What do they even?
The urinal.
The urinal, yeah. Me and Alex,
the trough or the
Yeah,
urinal.
Yeah,
the couch
the
trough.
trough.
Yeah, the couch trough.
Right.
me
Yeah.
and Alex were pissing in the urinal and Jake was in the cubicle because he gets shy. And
That was just the reason. And there were three. There were three.
bro, this is my trauma, right? Let me fucking.
Yeah.
And so me and Alex finished pissing at the urinal, and we like go off to where you wash your hands. And Jake's still in the cubicle. He's not there. He's not witnessing this. And some guy has followed us up, and he hasn't even pissed yet. He just walked in, seen me straight away because he knows I'm the guy that's stolen his food out of the fridge. And he comes up to me and he like pushes me up against the mirror. And Alex is just standing next to me, like watching, just like staring, like, what the fuck's going on? And I get pushed up against the mirror, and this guy grabs my nipple, starts like twisting it and stuff. And then,
It sounds fake, but holy shit.
like I swear this is real. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually really give a fuck. Like, my mates do that shit to me all the time. So I was just like, oh, it's like a joke. Like, who really gives a fuck? And yeah, and then he like does that shit, and then me and Alex walk out. Like, it wasn't even that bad, to be honest. Like, fuck, I got twisted
It's
on
still
the nipple.
weird, especially you being in year 9. How old are you in year 9?
I know.
15,
When you're
16?
15,
Yeah.
that is strange.
Yeah, he's a
It
bit
was more
weird.
like, and then we walked out and we were like contemplating, like, was that weird? We were like, yeah, it was probably a bit weird.
Wait, name drop Mr. Fuck
No.
Fuck
Oh,
that.
we-
Wait, Mr. You're a fucking
but you might
coward.
believe this.
No, don't believe it.
But this guy was a bit of a dickhead. So me and Alex leave the toilet and we're like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that just fucking happened. And we go downstairs and Mr. was like probably the head guy, teacher that was there. Mr. Brandon was kind of new teacher, so I was like, let me go up to Mr. We might have to bleep his name, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if
No,
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I got to like, I explained the situation, what happened. Like, I got touched in the toilet upstairs. And Mr. Nah, mate, like, come on. Like, are you serious? Like,
That's great.
and he's like, looking at me.
Yes.
He's
I
like,
didn't know about this till later.
He's looking at me
We
like,
weren't friends at the time.
he's talking about, like, he pretty much just told me to fuck off. And
And after like 48 hours of shenanigans
To be
from you
fair,
boys,
yeah.
throwing
Yeah.
the fan out the window, and then
Yeah.
you come back and you're like, oh, it's
He
not
pulled
what
up
I
Jake.
was probably like,
Yeah.
fuck you, I'm not falling for your games, go
Yeah.
back to
This
bed.
kid was meant to be fucking kicked off last
Yeah,
night. Like,
exactly. You shouldn't
Yeah.
even be here, and now you're getting tired.
Yeah.
Get out.
Exactly. But so then I go up to Mr. Brannon. I don't know. Maybe Mr. Brannon had trauma in the past, which is why he was so affected.
Well,
by
maybe he's. Oh, yeah.
But I tell him, I'm like, Mr. Brannon, like, fucking Mr. Brannon, believe me. Like, I just got touched in the toilet upstairs. And Mr. Brannon goes, are you fucking serious, mate? He goes, this actually happened? I'm like, yeah. And Mr. Brannon runs upstairs to the toilet,
What did you
grabs the dude by the collar, pulls him by the collar downstairs to the office, and he goes like to the two office ladies that were at the front, like letting people in to stay. He goes, you call the cops on this guy right now. Like, this guy's got to get fucking sent to the cop station. So they call the cops, like the cops come. Mr. Brandon calls my parents. Mr. Brandon's fuming, bro. Like, he's fucking, I can see his hands shaking, his fist shaking. Like,
I remember the police
just to beat this guy up. Yeah. My parents picked me up, like they took me home. And then the next day I had to make like a police report about him. and then he ended up getting deported and sent back. Like he was on like
You said
a
Germany when we
long
talked about
visa.
it.
Yeah. I don't know how long the visa got to, but he was on like a long-term visa, and he actually got deported. He had like a whole work situation set up here, and he got deported back to Spain. So
Yeah, good.
and then the whole system with the Urban Challenge changed after that. They like changed.
Amen to that.
Yeah, they didn't run the urban
Yeah,
challenge.
they
after
made
that.
it
Hey,
maybe.
Nah.
My mum
Yeah.
was pretty angry, so she was like,
Yeah, well, that was the whole reason you left the school, right?
Yeah.
It was part
it
of
was
it.
part of it. Yeah, my mum also thought me and Jake were dumb as fuck, so she wanted us to go to Knox to like
Get a good job.
Well,
but, now,
mannered.
better
Education,
education. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, but now he's just gonna be a firefighter, so he's
Nah, should we talk about?
Wait, hold on. But no, we got to go back.
Yeah.
So your parents are concerned about you getting touched at Oxford Falls, so they take you to Knox.
No. Continue with
So-
the story of what were the repercussions after Urban Challenge.
So me and Jake,
Yeah.
we had actually done a Barker tour earlier that year anyway. So it was on the cards, but when this happened, it was more of like a ticking point for us to leave. So like I did the whole reporting process with the police, and then my mum was just angry, so she got the whole like head of Oxford Falls has changed the system. She was pretty mad, and I'm not going to expose anything too hard.
yeah, no,
But
no, yeah.
yeah, there was some stuff, and then
say it.
Wow.
Because like I mean it's like destined to happen, bro. Like a bunch of there's like 50 school kids in a hostel with a bunch of like people drinking alcohol on the roof,
yeah,
smoking
yeah,
weed
yeah.
on the roof.
Yeah.
And then they're coming down, we're eating their food in the kitchen. Like they're gonna be pissed off, obviously. I don't even really blame the guy that much, to be honest.
What the fuck?
Looking back on it, it was weird of us to stay in hostels in the first place
Yeah.
as kids. But I understand why we did it, but I don't think it was a smart idea for
Yeah.
the school to do
not
that.
smart.
And it's a shame that what happened here. But
Well, okay, you guys are identical twins.
Yeah.
This is obviously a life-changing experience that happens to you at 15. Do you think this kind of is
Could
the
I
fork
just-
in the road that makes you guys different?
Could I just
You
say
getting tough.
Yeah.
could I say
him and the bugs
Like
coming
you
in.
might be a bit
We're a
softer.
different-
could I just say
I'm waiting for
Can I
my
just say-
time, bro. It's coming.
Amen to that, bro. I wait that, bro.
I got
Aura farming.
I got nibble twisted. I got nibble twisted. And honestly, a week later, I didn't really give a fuck.
So fair.
But they made me go to therapy for a whole semester, yeah.
Wow.
And I did the whole thing, and I'm like, fuck, this is bullshit. Like, I actually don't care. Like, come on. Like, I'm like, my mates literally do this shit to me at school. And then we do the whole thing, and we finish, and she goes to me, my therapist, she goes, because the school made me, and she goes to me, I think what I've determined is that you getting nipple grabbed was a correlation shit with your fear of vomiting. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch on about, bro? I'm like, I'm like, she doesn't know shit.
That's what
and that was the end of it. And then now I've almost forgotten it until the boys bring it up because it's low-key like an inside
No,
joke.
I never knew about the whole therapy thing and all that, and I didn't realize that was the main reason why
That's
you
because
left.
we weren't
Mark.
friends till later.
Yeah, we weren't friends until like when you left in year 9.
Yeah.
Like, I was genuinely like, oh shit, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's good, bro.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, you know, you went
crazy.
Yeah.
Nah,
No,
I
you know
didn't-
what?
I didn't really know.
This kid remind me of Rowley so much from the Diary of the Wimpy
Yeah.
Kids. And I don't know, I just found, like, I'd just look at Ryan, fuck that kid.
Yeah, dude, I
Rowley.
was fat. I don't think I'd be friends with
Pull
me
up the
either.
old picture of Riley
Yeah, pull
from
it
back
up.
in the day, mate.
Oh,
Send it to Carl in the air.
okay.
You're
You guys keep
right,
talking.
He was on the Rowley.
Keep talking.
He was
Oh,
so
mate.
punchable, bro. Especially, like, can
I was
wait,
punchable,
can I
bro.
talk about your schoolies, bro?
Yeah, sure. Go for
Okay,
it.
so there was one night. Riley didn't really like coming out with the boys because he's a bit of a coward. But there was
He was
one.
on like a health grant. He was reading David Goggins.
But there was one night.
No, I wasn't reading David Goggins at that time.
Oh, really?
There was one night he decided to come out, and then I think he's had like a few drinks. I didn't really see him. I wasn't a fan of you then
No,
either,
we
so I didn't really
weren't
talk to you.
really friends.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
You were like, dude, don't get me sick because I'm gonna go see
Yeah.
someone. Yeah, like, you know.
And then,
off on here, but yeah.
And then he's gone back to the house by himself, and then we've walked in like 2 hours later, and the cunt's just lying there in the bottom of the shower, just spazzing out, bro. Genuinely,
Yeah. Do you know
genuinely,
that?
genuinely spasming, like
he's
convulsing.
Why. He's why, because I had a bunch of like soju and all this stuff, and I've never had soju before. And I never was a really a big drinker because I didn't really drink until when I was 18. I didn't underage drink or anything like that. So I drank. My first time was at schoolies, pretty much. I think I had like one cruiser, like at like some party or something. Oh, we're gonna cut his name out. Don't really want him on the get him airtime. We don't really want him to be a time. We don't really want him. No, we have to answer up the whole thing because now you guys are saying cool and I said he's a dick. So now we gotta cut it. Now we gotta cut it, bro. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
That's what would we
Now we gotta cut this one.
Now we have to cut that part out, bro.
Please cut it out.
Okay, what were we talking about before that? Okay, so
And me as well. This is a great photo.
So if Carl can load up that photo,
Yeah, pull that photo up, Carl.
it's a pretty blurry one, but my grandmother had it on a.
You have the comparison to
computer.
Ralph?
Look at this fucking
That's
dude.
me there in year I
There
think
we go,
8
perfect.
or year 9.
Bro,
there.
that's crazy.
So pretty much when I knew found out about you guys.
So now everyone.
the cut.
Dude, the bowl cut was going hard back then,
Wow.
bro.
Oh, bro.
And I look like I have
What,
a gap
you
on my
missing
teeth on the left
tooth, bro?
Yeah, I look like I got punched already by Jake, bro.
When did you get punched by Jake?
No, I'm like saying, you know how you said I have a punchable
Oh,
face?
yeah,
Yeah, it's like you already did it, bro.
So what's that tie, bro? That tie's atrocious.
Dude, I couldn't remember. I didn't know how to tie a tie in it. So like, yeah. But yeah, I was fat, chunky there. So yeah, and I showed a couple of coworkers and they said I look like Rowley. And
You need-
I think I
You
agree
need
with
Lewis
that.
Cook to teach you how to tie, mate.
Oh,
shout
dude.
out Lewis Cook.
Lewis Cook looks like that now. I'm kidding, Lewis. I love you, bro. I read all your books today. I finished one of them. But yeah, that was me in year 8. That's when I first found that.
That's when he was a real chungus.
Yeah, bro.
No
when
offense, but
Italy changed me in year 6 when we went to.
I know
Italy
he
and
went to
ice-
Italy and all he ate
ice
was
cream and
gelato,
pasta, bro.
pizza.
I heard about how
He got
Riley,
big.
Riley used to walk. He wanted to go to McDonald's, so he'd use an excuse. Can you tell me?
Yeah, I used to. I used to walk my dog to McDonald's. Like back in, I think, just the start of high school, like year 7 and year 8. Like I would go for a
is like
walk and
fucking like
I'd take the dog all the way to McDonald's, or I'd take the dog all the way to Guzman.
Yeah.
And my dad found out because of the bank statements. You can see the bank statements rolling through.
What,
Like
you were spending your dad's card?
No, spending my own money, but he had access to
Yeah.
my bank statements. But he also caught me one time at Macca's. He was like, "I knew you'd be here."
Eating 2 double Big Macs.
Yeah, eating 2 Big Macs while I was playing the pickle race where you chuck a pickle in the window.
Fuck,
Back in the
we're a
day, you
retard. eh?
Wait for the pickle to slide down. I chuck it on the
Were you
window.
playing on the playground?
Huh?
Were you playing on the playground?
What do you mean playground? No, this wasn't in school. This was just like.
No, the
No,
back
playground at the McDonald's,
at
mate.
Mac-
Oh no! No! I would sit outside, like sitting
No, he would
area
sit
where you-
outside.
where
Oh,
there's the
shit.
windows. Yeah, and you.
Dude,
like,
I would
throw
catch Riley
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time. So I'd be out with my friends and
Yeah.
Riley wouldn't know where I am. I could be in Belgala, DY, the mall, or in Brookie. And like we would just be around. It's like, oh, let's get Brookie Macca's. And Riley would be there with the dog, like a whole bunch of chicken nuggets. And it's like, what are you doing, Riley?
Or on scooter.
He still walks
On the
into
scooter,
uni.
you're right.
He walks into uni with an entire chicken, a barbecue chicken.
Oh yeah,
and he just eats it in the back of the lecture.
Well, at uni, I'd eat a whole chicken during my lecture, which was like 2 hours long, and I'd break it up. And I used to
fair.
and there used to be a microwave in the before going in. So if I would buy gravy and I'd put it in there.
Yeah.
For like 40 seconds and then pull it out, rip it open,
start
and then like
dipping it in
pour.
glass.
No, I'd pour it all in the plastic bag, and then I'd just like slowly rip it apart and eat it with my hands.
hell no.
And
That's
use hands.
great.
And they had bathrooms, so yeah. But people would look at me weirdly.
Bro,
I
I wonder
surprised.
why.
I would look at you weird as
People
well.
would look at me weirdly, and that was when I was back on like trying to get something, like losing weight but eating like a lot of food. So, yeah.
Can I also talk about people looking at you at the gym? Because I've heard Riley that you and him wrestling each other
Oh,
in the middle of the gym. Right?
not in the middle of
Not in the middle of the gym. It's in the back room. It's in the back room.
This is what Riley told me. That you had him in a chokehold, and Riley said he was seeing stars, but he saw a girl in the corner of the gym, and she was looking at him, and he couldn't tap.
Nah, did you remember the 2 girls that were standing over there and like it was the last time I wore my tight Venom like shirt.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time, and you're teaching me how to like choke from behind, and then there was when we were like on our feet, and you like kind of like choked me down. And there was 2 girls standing there like watching us on the spinning bikes, while they were going a little slow, and I was like, oh shit, and I couldn't tap out, and you're like tap out, I'm like no, and I like lie on the floor with this, so I pretend.
He said he had eye contact.
I pretend to go limp, bro. I pretend to go limp, and you're like, oh yeah, let me go. But like that is actually genuinely true, yeah. So, but wrestling in the back's quite fun, I would say.
It's fun. It's
And fighting as well. We haven't done it in a while because Ethan hurt his shoulder.
True.
Have you ever KO'd him?
No, that'd be crazy.
We have gone for like chin, like we have been like, trying to hit each other.
We have both hit each other hard.
Like we'd have to like you would go hard, yeah, because I would have my 12 ounce, you would have like what
14 or something.
14, yeah,
16?
yeah.
And then we'd just spar, and then I would hit Riley and then he would hit me and then we would just start hitting each other and then eventually we're just full on fighting and there's someone trying to do like their rehab exercises, literally watching Riley and I like body shot, head shot, duck underneath, uppercut, kicks, everything, like, and then shoot him for the takedown. Like Riley will, as soon as I take if he's got his gloves off and I have my gloves on, he's gonna try and wrestle me because he knows I can't defend like properly with my head.
You could get your gloves off in time.
I know, but then it's like I got to take my gloves off, throw them back, and then try and fight.
Yeah, but I'm not good at wrestling, so you'll just win instantly as soon as you take your gloves off.
Anyway, G Fitness is the go.
G Fitness is the go.
Yeah.
But let's sidetrack. So you left after that incident in year 9.
Yeah.
And you went to Knox. So tell me about your story about Knox, because I don't know too much about it.
Knox
No,
was
Knox
decent,
was,
bro.
Knox was chill as. Yeah.
I've got a good story of recent though. It's I'm gonna name drop.
Go.
So my mate, he was in a couple of years below me. He
So at Knox.
Knox. He was on Snapchat, and his cricket teacher from school added him on Snapchat.
Oh, can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Legal stuff.
Oh,
No. Let it
Let
go.
it play.
Yeah.
If I'm going to cut out, we can cut it out.
Let it go.
I'll break the story, bro.
This is great.
You're a
And
lawyer,
so-
innit? You can,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
It's
tell
like
this.
news. It's just broken by that.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm
But so anyway, so he was snapping him. His cricket teacher was snapping him from year 12 to a couple years out of school. And recently, last year, he sent him some dick pics, and then he sent him some sex tapes with his girlfriend.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so his mum found out about it and whatever. The teachers moved from Knox to St Augustine's as the head of cricket at St Augs, and then gone the police about it. And I think he recently got fired from his job at St Augs.
No, he's under house arrest, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And he could be going for like actual.
Shit.
There's
And
a
he-
whole court thing going on.
Yeah. His name's Ross Pawson.
I don't know. We definitely may have to believe that.
No, I don't.
No, that's the one name we're gonna keep in.
No,
That's the one name.
You can actually, so you can
Can
actually,
you cut out?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
if you search, if you search it up, if you search it up on like the news, it's like it's up there, like the whole thing's going on. Like you'll be able to find it easy. It's a big thing.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
name's probably out there. That's
He's
what I'm
actually-
saying. That's the one
yeah.
name we should probably keep in.
Yeah.
He played in the BBL for the Stars. For the
To the Stars,
Stars, yeah.
Stars.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Not a good guy. I heard he's actually a good guy, but probably because he's up to some grooming stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
a bit crazy, yeah.
But now I'm actually a coach at Knox. So
Yeah, you
There-
tell us how
there
that
you go.
going. Yeah.
yeah, so I actually had my first coaching shift today. I was I'm doing coaching for their water polo team. And I don't know, it's chill. Good pay. But I like inspiring the youth of tomorrow.
That's good. That's good.
What's your message,
Well,
mate?
yeah, what's your message to the kids out there that are
To the
listening?
youth, just be like me.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
What does it take?
What does it take?
We have one other that is
it
like
take?
you. But what does it take?
Oh, yeah. No,
He's great.
Right.
Number one, that's great.
I don't think that makes the pod.
I
bro.
don't know if that makes it on. Dude, the last like 20 minutes probably doesn't. I don't know. Like we gotta be careful.
And then he cuts
Gabe, last episode we had our editor on, and I reckon there might have been like 2 cuts the whole episode. This episode,
Okay,
we got to pay him double. Bro.
bleep that bit, and then I'll say, but keep it in, but bleep it, and I'll say, don't be a degenerate. That's the new bit.
All right. We like that. We'll just cut up to there.
I like that.
Like,
So
but I
you-
honestly do like teaching kids and like helping them, like disciplining them, because there's like a whole like
Disciplining.
Wait, bro, you are slipping up too much. Bro.
Disciplining is
This
crazy,
too
bro.
much.
because there's like a whole
Can you
so,
elaborate?
so like I'm teaching at the moment. I'm coaching year 7s, year 8s, year 9s. Like that's like the whole bit where they're like going through puberty. They're like,
This story isn't getting any better. You just told us that you're teaching the youngest kids that they got at Nogs, and they just got. Okay.
becoming a man. They're becoming a man.
Okay. He saved them.
So you're trying to like guide him
To
in the
guide
right
him.
area, like, to go
Yeah.
good way, like
To not end up like Ross Pawson, bro.
okay, there
Yeah.
you go. Ross Pawson. We could, yeah, fuck that fella, man.
Oi.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
No,
Actually, let's maybe just cut that whole Knox coach.
Before he got in the potty, he's like, I'm not talking about Knox coaching.
he said that. No. Okay, let's talk about in Knox. When you guys went to Knox,
Yeah.
you guys started water polo, which I
Yeah.
find that pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I
When
actually
did you guys
started.
start that?
Yeah, I was a bit of a
joined me
follower.
later, yeah. Jake and Ethan joined me later, one of our other mates.
Yeah.
And I started, and honestly, the start was pretty shit. Like I'd never played before. I got in the water for my first session, and I was with kids I'd never even met either. It was pretty much first day I had water polo training because they do period 7 sport, which they replace with like a subject that you're meant to be learning, like maths or something. It's kind of good. Like you get to do sport instead of actual learning. And so I jump in. I met one guy, his name or something, and he's told me he's the team captain. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, he seems like a good bloke. And we jump in the water. And I'm with all the boys, and the coach is saying it's kind of hard to hear. Like you're in the water, you're like trying to tread water, you can't stand up. Like you got to tread water the whole session. And he goes like the coach is telling us to do something, and I'm like to Matt, what did he just say? Like what did he say? Goes, oh, he said when he blows his whistle, just to go under the water as far as you can, and then just go to as far as you can down the pool. I'm like, oh, okay. So he blows his whistle. I do it. I go underwater to like the bottom. I just push off. I go as far as I can out. And then I get out of the water like 50 meters down the pool maybe. I go up and all the kids on the wall just laughing because I got told the wrong shit. Like you were just meant to stay at the wall. And the coach is like, what the fuck are you doing? He makes me get out of the pool and do like 10 push-ups in front of all the boys. Like it was fucked. It was brutal at the start, bro.
What year was that for you?
That was first day, bro. That was pretty much first day. Yeah. It was a brutal start, bro.
Year 10. Year 10.
Year 10. So you guys went to Knox in year 10 when pretty much lockdown.
Yeah. It was pretty shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had like, I think we had like,
I had a good reputation though.
we had like 8 weeks of school, and then it went to, I mean, not even 8 weeks, I don't think. And then it just went to lockdown for like how many semesters? 1 semester maybe.
No, it was longer than that.
And I was just on there. I didn't know anyone in the classes. It was a bit rogue, but
Yeah, it was actually
Yeah, that
kind of
was
hard. Yeah.
How was it? Yeah.
Just because like even you're on the Zoom meetings and that, you know how they split you up into breakout rooms,
Yeah.
and then you go in the breakout room and you're with these like 2 kids that you don't even know, you've never even met, and you're like on the Zoom and you're like, fuck, these kids don't even know who I am. Like, what am I meant to say? Like, these kids know each other. They're talking on the Zoom and I'm sitting there with my camera and just in silence, bro. I'm like, fuck, this is hard. Like,
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Because like I was in year 12 and I think like, you know, year 12, COVID's a tough year to have when you're in year 12 trying to do HSC.
oh,
But
true. You were COVID.
yeah, but like starting a new school is even tougher because now you just miss out on the
Yeah.
whole point of school, like social interaction, having friends, being in a community, that all goes away and you don't know anyone.
Yeah.
Like, damn. That's,
yeah,
It was
pretty
honestly
shitty.
though, like once we got into year 11 and then we met our group, like you met the other day.
Yeah.
He came over to Riley's house for Australia Day. I don't know if you met him.
No, I don't think so.
He was like
Go
the
with
tan
tramp
kid.
stamp.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we met them all and they're good blokes. So it was good. After like, once COVID stuff passed, it was so good. Like we love Knox in
Yeah.
class.
Wow. I know so many people that went to Knox and it's like tale of two stories. It's kind of like you've got kids who are just like really
Yeah.
studious, really locked in, like would never do anything harmful. And then kids who are just like rebellious. And I guess I'll put you guys in that rebellious group, but it's like sensible rebellion.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like there's like control to the chaos, but there's still a bit of chaos.
Yeah.
Like
Can
that.
you Carl, can you let us know when we've got like maybe give us 45 minutes left so like we can start talking about conspiracies because we've got a few that we're
We'll just talk about them now.
Yeah.
We're
Alright,
literally
so-
talking about
Hey,
if Hitler was in
Are you so-
Argentina.
Well, we haven't even talked about schoolies yet and how we actually became.
should we talk about
I do that, and then we'll go to the.
And we briefed on it. So basically, in year 12, I didn't really have like that many friends apart from Lockie. And that was the main person. Lockie was a good friend of mine, but well, still is a good friend of mine. I don't know why I said it like that. But
can you read your speech that you had for Lockie's birthday party?
no, I don't have that.
Are we able to
speech
read
I
that?
got a video. Oh, actually, no, I
I
don't
don't
know.
have that speech anymore. But anyway, in year 12, he asked me, he was like, hey, are you doing anything for schoolies? And I said, no, I'm not going to Queensland. I probably won't do anything. So he was like, oh, I'm going up to the Gold Coast. I'm going to go. And I'm like, and he's like, do you remember him being the guy? You might have to bleep his name. Do we keep his name in?
Just let it cook.
Yeah, we'll
bro.
keep it.
No, we're keeping it.
I was gonna say that I remember him like watching Logan Paul videos in like year 8.
Oh, sitting in the
geography,
doorway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting at geography. He was a weird kid back then.
He's,
I don't know-
he still is, bro.
He's a
I don't know
proper
what he
retard.
was like now. And I was like, okay, I'll come with you. And he's like, great, we're gonna fly out to Sunshine Coast and we're gonna do like all this stuff. I get out to the group chat, I fly out by myself to Sunshine Coast.
Did you fly it by yourself?
Yeah.
And he-
already there.
He pulled up in a full Jordan's fucking.
I put out like a weird
Proper
fit.
JD sport
Like,
fit.
yeah, but like I was like such a weird, but I was also like still big because I was pretty
Yeah.
fat back then.
Yeah. You gone on morning
Yeah,
runs in the morning, bro.
Yeah,
Of school use, bro.
Well,
you do like
'cause
10K
I
run.
started running during lockdown.
Yeah.
That's another story. But we get in the U. I mean, he's very bogan, like so bogan. I remember, and he played like 2 songs. Hell's Coming With You by Poison, which is that like really country song, and then was it Aerosmith?
Dream On.
Dream On every time we get in this car, or Trip Too Hard. Those are the only two.
The Trip Too Hard was a rogue one, bro. I don't know why.
It'd be those two songs all the time. You'd play it every time you had ox. But anyway, you drive me back to his house and he's got a big bloody mansion. And it was sick as. Then I met you guys and you were like, oh, how's it going? Like,
And then you stole my Cocoa Pops, mate.
Oh,
I never even ate you. I don't even like Cocoa Pops. Oh, mothers, I don't like Cocoa Pops.
Me and Jacob by the pool with Riley, and Riley goes, boys, I'm just gonna go off and eat breakfast real quick. And then we're all sitting there, we're like, Riley doesn't fucking have any breakfast. Like, Riley didn't buy anything. Like, what the fuck's he eating? And then we're like thinking, sitting there, and Jake starts fucking, I don't know what. Jake just wigged out. And Jake goes, he's eating my Cocoa Pops. He's eating my Cocoa Pops.
We didn't know each other back then, so I didn't eat shit, bro.
We see him storm off to the house we're staying at. And I don't know what happened in there. But I assume Riley was eating Cocoa Pops.
I think he was, yeah.
If it said 1, 2,
Wait, can we talk about the good part about how we became friends?
Okay.
Sorry, I've only been talking about negativity.
Okay, well, we'll talk about schoolies really quickly and we'll finish off and then we'll go to how I became friends with you.
In Bali. It was in Bali, yeah.
Well, okay, schoolies, it wasn't that fun.
It's just nothing happened in
I was
school.
fat and
Yeah.
I didn't really drink that much and I got no bitches. Like, that's how it was.
And I don't think that's really changed, brother.
Yeah, it still hasn't changed, but hold
on, no.
You don't have to talk, bro. You don't have to talk like this, bro.
But this is a good little segue to
Riley's
Bali.
had some action since.
No. We're gonna.
But we won't do that.
No.
I got some videos.
Fuck off. No.
Crazy.
Fuck
I'll pull up the video.
No. Okay.
Public dawn, boys. You see a lot of stuff.
Bali, I lost a lot of weight and I dropped down to I think 63 kilos and had abs.
Yeah,
back then-
You actually did, yeah.
And back then, and in Bali, it was like fun. Like, I had a lot of fun. The first night, we drank a potatoes heads.
Ooh, I don't know if we should talk about.
You and Jack.
I don't know if we should talk about this.
Okay, I'll talk about it because you and Jack were drinking.
Yeah.
You and Jack.
we were
were
drinking.
like a lot. You guys were going for round.
Yeah.
And I was like and everybody else was like far down at the table, so I had nothing to talk to.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna join them in with the round around.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did that.
You got a
And I
double.
don't remember the rest, right? Because I drank so much.
Well, I
that
can tell you
blacked
the
out
rest.
into the freaking.
Yeah, he went to the bathrooms. Me and Will had to go in with him.
And it was 6 p.m. by the way. I'll just preface. It was still daylight outside.
Yeah, and so
Like we got maggoted within 2 hours, I reckon.
and so I were in there, and I was like, "Fuck this, bro." And so I went up to Lockie. I was like, "Wait, go help out your mate." No.
I passed out in the bathroom, like, and vomiting in the toilet. And then I passed out on the side.
By the way, Jake actually wasn't to get. Jake was helping Riley.
No, Jake was
3
spraying me
hours.
with the
Yeah.
bidet. He was spraying me with the bidet.
I was just trying to wake you up, brother.
Yeah, and then slapping me across the face, like backhand, like slower.
I was-
The videos are hilarious, by the way. It's so fun.
Yeah. The videos are hilarious. That was the first time and last time that I've ever like blacked out
On the Don Julio, bro.
on the Don Julio.
The Don
That's when
Julio.
the Don Julio came along.
That's why for Riley's birthday, some of us got him Don Julio.
Because-
It's iconic.
Well, it's because I was like
iconic drink.
trick shots over
Yeah.
there, the bar
With-
Oh,
with the spy.
Yeah.
well, okay.
Well, we don't play poker with Will anymore.
After I lost $50,
Yeah.
it was promised to him. I was gonna say.
And you know what? He sent me a message a week later after I gave him my $50, begging me for the $50, saying that I didn't send it. And I was
Really?
like, brother,
Fuck, the
telling you-
stereotypes are real.
I gave you
Crazy.
$50, bro. Yeah.
As soon as he sends that text, like, literally just like, what is going on?
But yeah, and then after
Crazy.
the potato head, we found out because Riley was like, he started tweaking in the middle of the trip. It always happens, like Riley will be really good having in Vietnam as well, and then he starts like tweaking and he goes on like little side quests by himself, and we're like,
It's not a bad thing.
no, it's a good thing. It was funny. We thought it was funny as, and
I can't remember what I do. I just walk around. I just walk around.
we're like, so Ethan's autistic as well, and Ethan's diagnosed autistic. Not. You know,
no,
Ethan,
another
yeah.
Ethan, sorry, yes.
And Ethan's autistic, and he can kind of like sense it. Wait, am I allowed to say this? Is that how we found it?
Yeah.
So Ethan goes to Riley, like, are you all right? Because Riley would go off on the side quest. We'd be like, Riley's a very interesting guy. Like we loved him. We loved him.
I
But we were
appreciate
like,
both of you.
and then Ethan was like, what? Like, what's going on? And Riley goes, boys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm autistic. And Ethan was like, oh, my brother. And like went and dapped him up and like
Yeah, that's
Then-
when me and
then-
Lano became
Then
friends.
they
We
were
had fun
boys
talking
from then
about
on.
it.
Yeah.
Talking
I
about
don't.
different
Are you and Lana aren't autistic though?
Lano's autistic.
I don't think so. Like really, if
Oh,
you
no.
think about
Like-
Ethan's. Yeah.
Fishy's gonna. Riley's gonna be autistic though, right?
because no. Well, the reason I say this is
Sorry,
because,
sorry.
like, you know, obviously autism, there's a spectrum, so you could be halfway on the spectrum,
Yeah,
and
true.
other people you see is
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
we've
one
talked
end.
about this, yeah. We have
But
talked about
when you
this.
watch, you guys know this fucking
Yeah.
show, Love on the Spectrum. You see that you and Lana aren't like those.
Yeah, you're not.
I'll say.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ethan's pretty close.
Ethan's very up there, but I'll say Riley and Ethan are different. They're different autistic. Like they attract each other in terms of their autism, but
Not like gaily.
I'll say Riley's lower. Ethan's quite high. Ethan's very high.
Kids, bro, you're using the words today, bro.
But yeah, and then I don't know why, but like Riley, like on that Bali trip, we just connected better.
I just understood him better. Yeah.
yeah. And then even from the start though, like when I was sitting next to you on the plane up there, like we just,
Oh shit!
I was like, I don't know. That's when I like, you know, when you can like pick a moment where your friendship started. Like that was
So
probably
true.
the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that too. Yeah.
Because I think we just spent more time together, and I
We
actually
would go
understood you.
being,
Yeah.
And we'll do like all this stuff, and I'll hang out with one of you, and then I'll hang out with Jake. Or,
Yeah.
Or then I'll hang out with both of you.
And like I'd never actually like hung out with you like one on one, but then after the Bali trip, we'd like you and me would just go surfing with each other and shit like
or
that.
Jake would come with us as well.
Yeah.
Or Jake and me would go for a speech or surfing.
Yeah,
We'd be at
boy.
work doing something. Yeah, it was always fun because you guys were like pretty much the same person. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You would already know it. And then
But I mean, I'm the
and then it
favorite.
bounce back. So it's the you guys share the same brain.
Yeah.
Like telepathically, like you just like no.
When he wants advice, he comes to me.
Do you guys have any like? Have you ever tried to communicate telepathically?
No, we got the same dreams. We've got the same dreams. Our feet tingle at night sometimes when we're sleeping. I'm just like, fuck.
Are you actually being serious? Fuck.
No, genuinely, this happened one time.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the same? What are the dreams that are the same?
It was a little. It was.
So the dreams, we had like this little girl. When we'd be feeling sick, this would actually happen. I swear to God.
Please continue.
This,
No. It was. It was
a
a.
little girl standing like on the grass.
Yeah, it was a little girl standing like a field, and then a nuclear bomb would just drop on her.
Yeah. This is not like pre.
Like I randomly
about that. This
brought
was
it
like-
up in the car, and Ben was like, "What the fuck?"
Like when we were with Mum one time, Mum was like, and I was like, when I'd feel sick, I was like, this is so odd, Mum, but like when I'd feel sick, like I'd have this dream. And Jake was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah. I was never telling anyone because it was a bit rogue. Like, who the fuck dreams out that shit? And then Jake's like, I had the same shit. So,
Wow.
yeah.
It would definitely, like, you know, whether telepathy's real, any of that stuff's real is like one argument. But if it was real, that would, you guys would be like perfect for it.
Because
right?
we are like, we're mirror image identical twins. So like,
Exactly.
we're like, pretty much the same.
and it's
person.
it's only when I'm sick I get that shit.
Yeah.
It's the same one.
No, the connection between you two would be special for something like that. Like,
Yeah.
when you think about like all the stuff that they claim is real, like the remote viewing, where I'm able to like close my eyes, think of someone, and see what they're seeing, feel what they feel. There's nothing better than identical twins. You're
Yeah.
literally like living through the other person,
Yeah.
and I think that would make a lot of sense. But somebody else that you don't really know or you never met, that's a lot more far fetched.
Oh yeah. We probably understand each other like so well. Like the way better. Like I could tell you almost everything about him. I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a different form. It's not just being twins is not the same as being brothers. You know, it's like a different experience. And then twins is not like being identical twins.
Yeah.
That's like the next
And
level.
also, what I've said is like they got the same friends, but they hang out with the same.
Yeah,
friends.
you
Not
guys
many
are so
twins that I know of.
Yeah.
And it's pretty
hang out
much
with the
been the
same
same thing the whole Oxford
Like,
calls. Like
yeah.
me and Jake hang out with each other. So whenever we meet both of us at the same
Yeah.
time. So it's like kind of just like we never really split off. We tried to split off at Knox. Mum made us like go separate classes.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And but then we still end up with the same friend group. Because we kind of like Jake met two of the people from the whole group, and then I met two of different people, but they were all in the same group. So we're like, fuck, okay.
Do
We
any
still end
people-
up in the same group.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
any people get confused with your appearances? Because I used to when I was younger. I used to not tell the difference, but now I know.
Yeah, people do. People that like
How?
you know, but like people not close definitely get confused.
Yeah. I could see it like.
Well, right now you'd be able to
Yeah.
tell easy because
Yes,
Buzz is it.
Oh yeah, but like when
He's
you guys
being a
have
bit-
the-
he's
when
being
you
a bit
have the exact same
performative.
Haircut, it'd be like hard to tell. No, it's not the form.
No, performative.
Oh, performative. I think it's the form. I think it's the form.
No, it's good. What's wrong with the buzz cut? Are you going to get a buzz cut?
No, so me and Riley were actually both meant to get buzzers for this podcast, but then Riley was sick last week, and I called him up. I was like, "Bro, we're getting buzzers before the podcast."
Let's say the whole story.
Nah,
Let's say the whole story. Okay, so he was. See,
I don't think we need to.
okay,
Do you want to talk about it? No.
he does want to look at
Riley
him.
went through a.
Fine, we can talk about it. Fuck it.
Okay, so he, there's a girl from JD that
Okay, if I gotta have to talk about it, then I'm
Let Riley explain it. Yeah.
Okay.
because you're gonna change the whole story. Okay, so I won't mention her name because you know her.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because I've mentioned her name to you. But anyway,
Sure. I think
girl from work, and we've been talking quite a bit, like during shifts and all that stuff, and even. What did I just say, bro? We can't talk about it. No. We can't talk. We can't say her name.
Keep it in.
Anyway, so we've been talking like at shifts, like all the time because we're working together. Also on text.
Riley showed me photos. By the way, she's 10 out of 10. Like legit, like 10 out.
So I was like, fuck it, I regret not asking her out. So I just asked her out and she rejected me. She said no on Monday last week. And then I called up the boys later and they were like, oh, you guys need to get a buzz cut, bro. Yeah, you get a buzz cut.
No, you wanted to, bro, but then you cowered it out.
No, you guys said I should. I was like, oh, maybe I should, but let me give it some time. Let me think.
And Riley said to me, he's like, when I call you, I'm just going to say I'm ready and you're going to come pick me up and we're going to go get a buzz cut.
Yeah, that's
I was
like,
okay.
This guy thinks he's in a movie, bro.
He never called me. So, and then
yeah, I never got a buzz cut.
Yeah.
Like, I got a weird fade thing.
I actually do like your haircut right now.
Oh, thank you. I like both your haircuts right now.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no worries. You guys Tommy guns with my vouchers that I gave you?
Yeah, I did.
Did it work?
Oh, I did, yeah.
That's
It did work.
That's good. Now we kind of hit a roadblock of what the fuck we're going to talk about.
I don't know. You just made it weird by saying like, bro, you were literally doing the meme right there. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck was that?
Whenever we hit the roadblock, conspiracies are all
Yeah,
in the
I
car.
think it's time for Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm down.
I'm
Pull up
actually
the
going-
file.
Hey,
Talk about first.
I'll talk about Jeffrey
We
Epstein.
both have one conspiracy each that we'd like.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Hey, so my conspiracy is that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent. And this is pretty proven,
Can I
actually.
say, what's a massage agent?
A Mossad agent is an Israeli spy. Basically.
Okay.
And it's proven fact. You can search this up on ChatGPT that Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was actually an Israeli spy as well.
Really?
And it's just a bit weird that like you get Jeffrey Epstein. He's got like no qualifications really, but he's fucking stacked. He has islands and shit like that. Like he was a businessman, but like still, you get presidents coming to your island and shit. It's a bit weird.
Chris Tucker there from
Russia. And so the theory is that he basically gets all this blackmail off presidents and stuff like that, and then when it comes time, he can use it to like, because Donald Trump, he can't do anything unless with that Israeli money and stuff like that. So
Well, if he's getting blackmailed, then
Yeah.
Drake make him do whatever.
Exactly.
Is the theory.
exactly.
Right?
Do you know about this?
Yeah, dude. Welcome to the show, boys. You know what I mean? Like, because Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell,
Yeah,
was
Robert.
100%
100%.
and involved in the Israeli intelligence game. Because when you look, even they have photos from his funeral, and there's like 4 former presidents
Yeah.
of Israel there. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was definitely involved. Ghislaine was probably involved in
Yeah.
the Epstein stuff.
So is Ghislaine Jewish as well then?
Yeah, I don't know. Must be because Robert Maxwell was originally from the UK, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know if he was Jewish. Yeah, British. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I think this is known, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I agree with the conspiracy, but like, it's very obvious that it was a honeypot operation. There's cameras all over his apartment, all over the island. Like, you know, he had power, people of power from all influential circles, from science to media to politics, everything.
But it's weird how it's not as well known. Like I feel like it seems obvious to me that that's
I feel like the people that have woken up know, you know, it's just accepted, and you just like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's been known for a long time. I feel like even when he killed himself, what was it?
No, they killed him all.
2022, and like, it was obvious from the start sort of what was going on
Yeah.
there. The fact that it's kind of become this big issue is because of Trump, and because the left needs something against Trump. You know, obviously they've got a million things to use against him now. Most recently, the ICE stuff, you know, that's getting thrown at him like, this is terrible. Minnesota needs to get rid of these ICE agents, etc., etc. But for the majority of this year, it was release the Epstein files, and his response to it was terrible. It was like, there was a million lies. First of all, they're coming in like 3 months, we got to put them together. Then it's like, we released them, but they didn't actually release them. There were some files that they were already released that were out there. Then the files don't exist altogether. We don't have them. Then, now they're coming, but they're redacted. It's like, guys.
They burn all the files.
Especially because he was part of his political, like he was saying all his speeches before he even got into his second term. It's like,
He was going to blow it all open.
Yeah.
He was going to tell us who killed JFK. He was going to tell us that the moon landing was fake.
and there were some weird emails. Like there was that shit about how he sucked off Bill Clinton's
Clinton, 100%.
Yeah.
Is it like you read the emails and it's all very, very cryptic?
Yeah.
Is what I'm like. Are these real? Is what I think in my mind, because it's like, are they really gonna say they're just releasing things, but the stuff they're releasing isn't real? It's just manufactured products, and we're just seeing it. They're not gonna tell us like, oh, he did this on this date, and because no one talks like that. But I don't think anyone talks in these cryptic rhyme garbage poems either.
No.
Every single note we get from Jeffrey Epstein, every single letter that Trump's written to Epstein, all this stuff, the communication between him and Bill Gates and Clinton, it's all in these very ritualistic poems, which is either like, you know, a nod to like sort of like that, you know, satanic cabal that kind of sits at the bottom of this conspiracy, which may or may not be real, but you know, this doesn't look good on paper, you know. But maybe they're fake, and maybe they're fake because it's just like, oh, we can't tell them everything, so just put this out, this cryptic garbage, get it out there, flood the zone with noise, and who knows what will be real and what won't be real, and the Jeffrey Epstein stuff will go away. But you know, there's like confirmed proof that he had contacts in the IDF in Mossad, in Israel. He was brokering deals with Russia and Iran, and you're right, he had no experience to these things. He wasn't born of money. He wasn't like a super smart guy. Didn't graduate top of his class at uni or college or whatever. Like he was a regular guy that got a bunch of funding. What is he?
Jewish.
He's Jewish.
He's Jewish.
a Jewish entrepreneur,
You can get a long
visionary.
way. That can take you a long way. That can take you a long way.
Go. Is this your conspiracy?
Oh no, I just said I'll be going to his island.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what I think about my one?
Okay, here.
Are we done with it?
Do you have more to talk on?
No, I've got nothing more. That was
But I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so mine's a bit rogue. I have a mentor from work called Curtis Young. You can keep his name in; he'll appreciate it.
He was in a cult at one point.
Kurt's seen Kurt's seen a few winters. I'll tell you that. He's more winters than me, and he was telling me at work that. So I'm sure all you boys know about the Bohemian Grove.
Of course.
It's a well-known thing.
Yes.
Alex Jones went and videoed it. You would have seen the video.
Of course.
But the conspiracy behind it is, well, so the Bohemian Grove is known for people going there. They're big businessmen, presidents, or Jews. And so the conspiracy... well, it was originally...
That is objectively true.
This is
objectively true.
This is the conspiracy of it being run by people like Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it was originally just a group of stonemasons, and then
Yeah. And so in the Bible, right? You know when Moses, he sounds crazy.
No, I'm following.
Yeah. But we're all Christian men.
Yeah.
We know that when Moses went up to the 10 Commandments.
Yes.
Then he comes back down, and all these Jews were celebrating this idol.
Yeah, the golden calf.
The golden calf. And that's when Moses went up, and they all got distracted with this golden calf. And then eventually they split off into different groups. Once they arrived in the Promised Land, they did more of it. Like they would get distracted, they would stop following God. Like no, this is well-known fact that they would celebrate idols.
Yeah.
And then there's one idol, it's like a golden owl called Moloch. And then that is a replica of the same owl that they have in the Bohemian Grove, which is like.
Can we get a fact check on this real quick?
No, this is actually all true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's true.
No, it's actually true.
It's a replica. The one in the Bible that they show is golden, but the one in the forest is like a wooden version.
Yeah, it's a wooden,
which is
like,
seen
version,
on.
yeah.
Which is why they think it's like thousands of years old. This Bohemian Grove cult, and they think that it's just run by all these people that are like Jeffrey Epstein, and they're all celebrating this golden hour, and it's what they worship in the forest.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm right. That's right.
also out though. You know what I mean? These aren't new. You gotta.
Oh
like,
shit!
You know, like I thought you got. No, I'm not trying to pick on you guys.
it's
But when you guys said that you got conspiracy theories, I was like,
Mate, I'm
there's
just-
gonna be some stuff.
No.
I'm just mainstreaming this shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
That's real.
I just want it known.
literally
Well, you can actually pop the video. There's a real video. Of
Yeah.
like fucking
Well, Alex Jones, he went in
Yeah.
there, what was it, 2005? He went and busted Bohemian Grove 20 years ago, right? And he goes in there with the secret camera
Yeah.
and he sees exactly what it looks like. He sees literally a satanic ritual happening before his eyes.
Because to be honest,
God, Molech, getting worshipped, and
Yeah.
they were doing, in the video, you can see them doing like child effigy
Yeah.
sacrifices, but it was like a fake child. It was like a child made of sticks with clothes on, and they would burn it, and
Yeah.
they would all, like, they've got masks on and
Yeah.
robes, and you're right, these are people of influence, these are people of power, these are
Mm.
people with money, these are people who are in like Alex Jones's video and the stuff that
Yeah.
he released afterwards. He talks about it in a very weird way, that these people are kind of like, they're sacrificing these effigies because
Yeah.
in their mind they're thinking this allows them to do other stuff, like it allows them to get away with what they're getting away with. So people who go to Bohemian Grove are people who are doing shady stuff in business, shady things in politics, maybe taking money under the table, and to kind of repent for their sins, they're giving child sacrifices to the our god Molech, which is, you're right, exactly what we see in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about Moses coming down from Mount Sinai, he comes down and the Israelites are worshipping the golden calf. He breaks the tablets in front of them and then goes back up to Mount Sinai to get another 10 commandments rewritten, right? And then you're right, the whole story of the Old Testament, at least the first third of it, is Israel essentially just defaulting to their, you know, default mode, which is worshipping idols, you know, all this terrible stuff happening in like what was once holy temples, all this degeneracy happening. So and then what does God do? He sends in the Assyrians. He sends in other tribes that come and conquer Israel, and then Israel fight back through a famous leader, Solomon, David, eventually Jesus, right? And that's kind of the story of the Bible. It's, you know, people committing sin, essentially, and the whole society devolving into sin, and God saving them through somebody. And that, you know, that Davidic line eventually leads to Jesus Christ. So you're right. Again, you're right.
The thing that I want to know though is because some people, even I asked ChatGPT this morning, ChatGPT didn't agree with it. I started asking it more like base questions towards that.
Taking a piss.
And it was going, no, like that's not true. Like, but so some people don't believe that some people,
It's all right. The camera's on him. It doesn't matter.
some people don't believe that the whole Bohemian Grove cult was like thousands and thousands, millions of years, or not millions.
Well, I think this is the thing with that. I think worship of idols has happened for thousands and thousands of years. We see that's obvious. We see it in ancient structures. We see it in ancient art, civilization, etc. Super obvious. But Bohemian Grove, like the actual Bohemian Grove itself, was you know, a product of stonemasonry, of Freemasonry that kind of blossomed into this cult-like following, and people would hear about it. Bohemian Grove was well known. If it wasn't well known, there wouldn't have been, you know, 200 infamous, or, you know, at the time, famous people there who were actors and celebrities and politicians. If it was under the table and no one knew about it, they wouldn't all be there. So
well, the fact that Alex Jones could even go in and like video is crazy.
is crazy.
And have you seen the video of when he goes and there was a famous guy, I can't remember his name. My mentor showed me this video. It was of this famous guy that he saw in the Bohemian Grove with his mask off, because sometimes they take off their mask. And he went and interviewed him. And at the start, the famous guy, I can't even remember his name. You'd be able to find it.
No, I know this interview. I've seen it.
But do you know his name?
No, I don't know his name.
You don't know his name?
No.
But Alex Jones starts off as a normal reporter asking him questions of the just basic questions of Bohemian Grove. The guy's denying it. He's quite nice, to be honest, at the start. He's just going, nah, mate, like, I don't know anything about it. And he goes, then he reveals himself. He goes, well, I'm actually Alex Jones, the guy that videoed your whole cult of like the whole night that they had. And it, like, they all know about Alex Jones. They would definitely all know about him, because this dude's instantly switched up. He's like, he knew who Alex Jones was instantly. And he starts going, no, get away. You're an embarrassment. Like, get away from me. Stop talking to me. Like, stuff like that. And he starts getting really aggressive in this video, this interview. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if you could pull it up, but
No, we'll like pull up, see if we can find some
I feel
clips
like
from
it
the
definitely-
actual
yeah.
video so people know that this is legit.
it definitely shows the intent of the cult. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. And this is, and I think, you know, when you see this video, it opens your eyes to, okay, what else is going on?
Yeah,
'Cause we're seeing this because Alex Jones, someone that the
Yeah.
media, public opinion regards as crazy.
Yeah.
And it takes this crazy guy to break this story. What else is going on? And, you know, there's been rumors of demonic, satanic worship for years. Even today, this is breaking news. in Tim Walt's personal office in Minnesota, they found a plaque saying the Satanists of Minnesota are thankful for Tim Walt, and Satan will treat him kindly in the afterlife.
He
It's like
he had it.
he had it in his office. It's true. I saw
Bro,
this today.
yeah.
Unless
He's
I
a
completely
fucking
got tricked by
freak.
AI, but it was on a bunch of sites.
Yeah.
Like it was news, and so
Is this recent or is it?
this
today.
literally happened today.
Holy shit.
And it's got a picture of essentially, I guess, like it's the classical image of Satan. It's like a goat head with the horns and sitting on the throne. Like it was.
I'm not
great.
surprised, bro.
You know, pull up that picture as well because it has the plaque. There's like a plaque saying Tim Walt's name.
That's
all this
crazy.
Have you seen his response to the Somali the fraud in Minnesota is fucking outrageous,
It's
bro.
What did
crazy.
you say?
What did we say?
He basically just was like everyone's being racist and stuff like that. It's like
That's left wing politics.
Yeah.
That's left wing
It's
politics.
proof that they've.
They've already arrested 3,000
Yeah, they got this
people
plaque.
committing fraud. Yeah, this is it. This has happened today. Yeah. So hold on, zoom in so we can read it because it's.
So apparently,
Hold on, I don't think we can read it.
I don't have my glasses.
yeah, I can
the
read it.
Democratic Coalition of Satan's worshippers thanks Gov.
Tim,
Tim Waltz for not standing in the way of spreading Satanism in the state capitol building. Satan has a special place for you. That's great.
Yeah, that's what I said, right? It's similar, verbatim.
you know who-
it's actually even worse than what I said. It's even worse than what I said.
Do you know
who is that?
It was like
Live
some worker there.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, no, this is real. I didn't fall for AI. I didn't think so. But this is
Minnesota
Bohemian
State
Grove opens your eyes to what the fuck else.
Is Tim Waltz in the
going on.
Bohemian Grove? Do we know? Is that out there?
No, he wasn't in the Bohemian Grove. Yeah, like Bohemian Grove was sort of like a local thing because it was in
Yeah.
California. So a lot of the people, influential people in LA, actors, singers, people in Hollywood, big time producers.
Just so rogue,
Yeah,
like-
that was the game. But
Why would you even do it?
well, it's there is a history of demonic worship and Satanism entrenched into American politics. You think about NASA, all those people that came over from Germany, from the Nazi party, a lot of them were Satanists. And they were some of the best scientists in the world at the time.
Yeah.
So, and that's entrenched into government, that's entrenched into the American story. And so people go like, oh, Ethan, how could you question the moon landing?
Yeah.
It's like the guys that were running it literally worship the devil. And
Oh no, it looks
like,
fake as fuck.
and it will certain stuff doesn't add up, certain stuff does, and it's a complex.
Yeah.
So you don't think we
issue.
landed on the moon?
If I had to put my life on it, I don't reckon we went.
Wait, can we also talk about the Earth being flat?
I don't think that's flat.
No, brother, shut the
Fucking
fuck
flat.
up.
It's not fucking
I
flat.
was going to sound fucked up.
There's
but no.
so much evidence that it's not flat.
No, we all agree.
This guy, bro.
Don't pull up the evidence for that.
Hey.
We know.
Did you see in 2019 there's a flat earther that believed that it was flat. He built his
Yeah.
own rocket ship, and it was just in California. He built his own rocket ship, sent it up, and he actually found out that it wasn't flat. It was round.
Really?
But he went up so far and it plummeted back because when he was coming back, it turned on again the fuel engines, and he plummeted down and died.
Fuck.
He died.
Well, at least he got to know the truth.
Like there's the video,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
an audio recording of him.
It's like that Danny DeVito meme where he's like, "I get it," and then he dies.
Can you try to find the video?
Yeah, see if we can find the actual
Yeah.
video, Carl. Let's
Yeah,
do
this
something.
Bohemian
Because
Grove.
it's a long video, but they might have clips of it.
This is crazy. Well, it happened. There's videos out there. You can find them. Probably not on Google, not on ChatGPT.
To be fair, Alex Jones is crazy, but this is legit. Like, trust me.
Yeah,
Legit.
that's-
Didn't you have a clip that you want to
So
play of Alex
actually,
Jones
I do
before we
have a
move on?
Okay, this. So do you want to?
Well, it's about. No, I don't know what it's.
So this is just. This
your
video is
thing.
about.
He's gonna hate that.
I agree with Alex Jones in this video. Like he's actually just like he sounds crazy, but he's actually
Let's
kind
hear
of
it.
smart.
he
But
doesn't even say anything.
It's about it's about how people nowadays now are like idolizing all these like celebrities who do fucking nothing. You'll hear it in the video, but about this bloke who's going to talk about. Let me get it up.
Let's get it
You
up.
can only hear the audio, but
Yeah, just
you
put
can
it-
imagine
just
what he
put it
looks
against
like.
the mic.
Yeah.
Scream it.
It's pretty motivational, I have to say.
You realize how fake it all is. The football, the basketball, the Lady Gaga, the Justin Bieber, who gives you these carbon tax messages. They tell your kids they got to love Justin Bieber, and then Bieber says, hand in your guns, pass the Cybersecurity Act, and the police state's good, and then your children are turned into mindless vassals who now they look up to some twit instead of looking up to Thomas Jefferson or looking up to Nikola Tesla or looking up to Magellan. I mean, kids, Magellan's a lot cooler than Justin Bieber. He circumnavigated with one ship the entire planet. He was killed by wild natives before they got back to Portugal. And when they got back, there was only like 11 people alive of the 200 and something crew, and the entire ship was rotting down to the waterline. That's destiny. That's will. That's striving. That's being a trailblazer and explorer. Going into space, mathematics, quantum mechanics, the secrets of the universe. It's all there. Life is fiery with its beauty. It's incredible detail. Tuning into it. They want to shatter your mind. Talking about Justin Bieber.
I've heard that so many times.
What a guy! What a guy! What a guy!
Like, forget about the message, his politics, some of which I agree with, some of which I don't. But as a communicator, as a speaker, he's the hype man. He's actually the GOAT of podcasting, speaking.
He could start a satanic cult, bro.
He could start. His show InfoWars has a cult-like following. Love Alex Jones. Love Alex Jones. Not only because he is motivational and can string his words together, but because he's knowledgeable, he knows a lot and he's consistent with his message. Like, he's been doing this for a long time. He called 9/11. Like, this is, this guy is going back to like the 90s when he was talking about like the Taliban and.
See, imagine his conspiracies, bro. He would have some crazy ones.
That's why he's out of his mind. He shows up on the desk. He's got 100 pieces of paper in front of him, and he's just yelling into the mic because he's just an outlet for all this energy, all this knowledge that he knows. And he's literally in his mind, and he's right. It's code red. Like, the country's in trouble. We need to mobilize. We need to change public opinion. All this terrible stuff is going on. The rituals, the Jeffrey Epstein, all the stuff that we've talked about is real, is happening. The people need to wake up. We need real change. And in his mind, like, he's waking up in the house. He smells smoke, but he doesn't know where the fire's coming from. And he is on red alert. And he's like that every day. He literally comes ready every single day to break down what's going on. And most of the time, he's right. Most of the time, he's right. Even the stuff that they said he got wrong, like the Sandy Hook stuff that they get him for. You watch the tapes, there's crisis actors Sandy Hook. There's the same woman crying at the Boston bombings, as the LA shooting, as the Sandy Hook shooting.
He's like the Simpsons show, bro. Like, he calls
Even his most famous clip, the frogs being gay, he was right. You see,
he's that clip, right?
He exactly was.
There's like, he was right all along.
There was something in the water that was turning the frogs gay.
RFK has come out and said, like, 30 of the 50 states have this chemical in it. It's called, like, aspartame or something like that. And he literally said, RFK said, when this chemical is exposed to frogs, it literally turns them transgender. They turn from male to female, and that was discovered in the
He
water.
got clowned for that as well.
Oh yeah, he's one of the biggest memes ever, and he was right. And a lot of the stuff he has said is right because, like, with the conspiracy stuff, you can obviously take it too far. We probably all agree that the flat Earth isn't real, but there's a happy medium where you got to be switched on to this stuff and know, like, hey, in Tim Walz's office, he's got a big picture of the devil on there, right? You got to know. And so, you go, okay, what are they doing about the Minnesota issue? What are they doing about the Somalian childcare scandal that Nick Shirley broke, 2 weeks ago now?
Was there more Minnesota? You talking about ICE?
No, he's talking about the Somalian learning centers.
Where Nick Shirley, like, infamously rocks up to these childcare centers. There's 2 Somalians in there, no kids. There's not school.
I've seen that
school's finished. He rocks up to like 30 centers. There's not a single kid to be found in any one of them. And this is literally stealing. This, like, because this is what happened. The Somalians are getting the money and they're sending it back to Somalia, right? And they're like,
this is millions of dollars as well.
Millions of dollars in scam. It's like $300 million or something is being frauded, or like claimed to be frauded.
But the fact that his video was so, like, it was so unprovocative. Like, there was nothing provocative about it at all. And then he's getting pressed by, like, I think a Somalian, he might be Muslim, I'm not too sure. But he's getting pressed by these people saying it's because I'm Muslim, it's because I'm Somalian that, like, you're making these videos. It's like, no, it's because you're committing fraud.
American tax dollars are going into your pocket to send back to your family in Somalia, and that is not America first, and people hate it, right? Like, and if that was happening here, people would hate it. You look at the NDIS is the same issue. The NDIS in this country now accounts for more in the budget than Medicare. NDIS is meant to be for
you were NDIS. Huh?
What was wrong?
No. I wasn't. NDIS is for people like Uncle Johnny.
Oh, I thought you did it for old people.
Nah,
What's the name of
was
that?
just healthcare.
Oh, just
But what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Sorry.
What I was saying was that it's the same thing with the NDIS. It's literally people are running scams with the NDIS. We don't know how much fraud that is happening, but we know that it's not none, and we know that the NDIS isn't means tested. There's people with $15 million properties in Mossman who are walking around with getting a check because they can't walk very well anymore, and they're in a wheelchair, but they don't really need the money. That's not theirs to take. That's taxpayer money. So it's the same thing there. It's the same thing here.
Well, all the boys, I've stolen money from Centrelink before.
Have you?
I remember
Yeah.
COVID.
Oh yeah. During floods and
It was,
stuff.
if you,
But
if,
that's like
if you can find a way, it's easy, and some people are on it for like years. And they get away with it, but then later on they find out, and then you got to pay them back like fucking thousands of dollars.
Is that what happened to you?
No.
Could I just say though,
Will it happen now?
Will it happen now? Yeah.
the Somalians
Go.
said to have an average IQ of 67, whatever it is.
Really?
But they actually,
Can we fact check?
that's legit. Please fact check it. No, fact check it.
Fact check that?
They're actually quite smart. They're like frauding $300 million. I'd do the same if I was Somali.
But this is the thing, right? We just saw what was in Tim Walt's office, right? Surely the $300 million worth of fraud, 3,000 people already arrested. How many people does it take to run a fake childcare center?
Yeah.
1, 2 people max, right? So you've got thousands of these incidents going on all over Minnesota, which isn't a giant town, right? And the government doesn't know about it. The people in charge running the public
Literally.
service
And
don't know about it. Like, you got to think that this is happening, maybe not intentionally, but maybe there's a stand. Maybe they know about it, but they're not willing to act on it, because what you're saying is true. Tim Waltz has come out and said, "Don't deport these people. Don't take away their childcare centers. We need to, act with civil liberty." It's like, these guys have been stealing money for years under the Biden administration. Nothing has been done about it. The fact that, what's this?
I'm dead on, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's
67.
Oh, so all of us would have like 100, and probably maybe higher for the.
I'd say half
autistic kid
Ethan.
in the end.
Ethan sounds way higher than us three.
Okay, but let's say we have 100, right? So they have 67.
Well, have you
What
boys,
does that even mean?
have you boys watched the have you
is-
boys have you boys watched the Black Hawk Down movie?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
Bro,
What's
that's
that?
actually crazy. So Ethan was telling me about this the other day. Our mate Ethan.
Yes.
So if you actually watch the Black Hawk Down movie, you'll see it's like exaggerated, obviously, but the helicopter. I don't know. Surely you boys know the story. We learned this in Oxford Falls, I swear.
Okay, hit it.
But the helicopter gets shot down by the Somalians in the shitty city that they're in, and the helicopter lands, and for some reason, all these dumb Somalians are trying to claim this helicopter as their own. All the helicopter has in it is just like weapons, and you've got these like 4 or 5 people in the helicopter. That some of them survived. I think it was 4 of them. 4 out of 5 survived, and they're stuck in this town. And they end up. I don't actually know the numbers, but like the numbers of American soldiers that died compared to the Somalians is crazy. And all these Somalians are running in with just like a fucking wooden stick. They're running in with a wooden stick, trying to hit these.
I don't know when
American
you give the
soldiers,
story in, bro.
and they're just peppering them. You don't believe me?
No, I believe you, but
It's
might,
crazy.
it might ruin my career, this story.
Because when you said Black Hawk in Somalia, I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because I have no idea. I never knew about this at Oxford Falls. We
watched the movie in. Yeah, we did in
Oh,
history class.
brother, that's Afghanistan, mate.
No, it's in Somalia.
That's what I'm thinking. I thought that was how they got Bin Laden. That's what I'm thinking. When the hell.
Oh wait,
the blacks
called.
when
Oh wait, we haven't got that whole start bit up.
Mate,
let me
that's
search it up.
fucking stupid, bro.
That's how they got Bin Laden. They had 3 helicopters that flew like a block.
Let's cut that whole bit out.
One of them
and start again.
crashed. And one of them crashed because they flew too close to the wall.
Okay, it's cool. Wait, is it called?
What's this?
Oh,
Where's Americans in the war?
Oh.
Down. Oh shit.
Yeah, no. So this is This
this is legit.
yeah. So there's like look how there's like over
So
18
18.
to over 1,000. Yeah. And only 18 soldiers because they flew in a couple more soldiers. So it is called this. I didn't actually know the name of it. But this is the movie we watched, and it's all about Somalians.
What if you never? When was this?
1992.
Oh, so look, because I was gonna say, what if you never seen a helicopter before? What if you never saw guns before? You'd just be like, we can get them.
But like, surely you see
then
your friends dying like on the spot, getting shot down, and you're running with a stick. Like,
yeah, but
crazy.
like
massive numbers. Like you're gonna run out of bullets. At some
And all they're
point.
trying
That's
to
what probably
claim,
they're
like the soldiers would just walk out if they could, but all they're trying to claim is this helicopter that's just crashed into the ground. Like there's nothing in the helicopter really.
I don't know if that story makes sense.
Nah,
Funny, bro.
I know.
It's like the whole point of their story was just to show their low IQ. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Hey, I like the story.
Exactly.
Now I'm gonna read
This is his evidence. He's like, the IQ is 67. Carl proves
It's better than the
back. And if you need one more
67.67.
fact,
It's better than just seeing the IQ and going 6'7", like, you know what I mean? Like, can we cut that bit out?
Battle. Wait, I can't say that. The battle. I can't.
Why not?
The one scroll
So
down.
it was called
Yeah.
The Black Hawk Down. Yeah,
You
it
can
was
shoot,
cool.
there you go.
Well, fair enough.
But you probably should watch that movie. That
1993,
movie's
Black
an elite
Hawk
movie.
Down. US forces and if you
Can you
number both.
like, is that the movie? I don't even know. The movie's famous, but like you should
yeah,
watch
no. I
it.
have
Yeah.
Black Down is a fake.
I've never seen it. I don't think.
You boys doubted
I
me.
haven't
eh?
seen it.
I
Crazy.
doubt you.
Crazy.
The story sounded so made up.
It was just like, it sounded way too obvious because it was proving a point. You were like, Somalians are dumb. How
Somalians
about
are-
this?
They're
You
running
know?
in with sticks together.
Yeah.
Especially considering before the potty started, he's like, if I make shit up, don't fact check me.
Yeah, I just got fact checks, and I did better than Riley when he got.
Yeah, you did better than me. Well done, mate. Well done.
What do you... Okay. Low IQ, are we saying that Somalians have a lower IQ because of their genetics or because of their education standards in Somalia? What do you...
No.
Oh,
Well, look at their genetics. They've got a big head. They should have.
Bro, shut.
Okay, sorry.
what
Can we
the
cut that out?
Wait. No, I think
What do you?
I think that it is genetics. And I've got a story. I don't know if this makes the potty, but it's genuine.
Okay.
Like, it has something to do with like the Indigenous Australians and the fact that ultimately they are the oldest living culture in the world and have absolutely nothing to show for it except for like stone engravings. It's like they didn't even know they were getting conquered. So it's, you know what I mean? Like there has to be some.
You can see it from that perspective, but then you can also see it from like another perspective. Like you look at our society, and our society is far more plagued by, you know, like the evils of the human spirit. Well, just the political system. Like you think about everything we do, how it all works, right? And how people our age have to work a job for their entire life, and then when they're 60, they get to retire and having a family, and like sort of the structure of life in the Western world. And then you go, okay, it's got its positives and it's got its negatives, and then you compare that to the Indigenous way of life, where it's a very sustenance-based culture. They're not taking more than they can consume. It's very simple. It's very tribal, and like they talk about, there's a lot of conflict about this. Did Aboriginal people have giant wars between tribes, or was it relatively peaceful? And I think, you know, from what I've read from, you know, the studies that have come out and writings from back in the day, it feels like that there were disagreements and people did die. Like Indigenous violence did happen, but it was on a small scale. It wasn't giant war. So you could go, okay,
They had spears.
the Aboriginals were completely separated from the world and they didn't have any wars. Right? They didn't have any big wars, big conflicts.
True, there's no
Whereas
reason to innovate.
Well, you're looking around at the world.
I understand what you're saying. Like they didn't have the, I guess, the IQ. I guess.
Well, they were the only people like that didn't create the wheel.
Oh well, they didn't create a wheel. So what? They were living in the world where they just went out fishing.
Well, I'm saying-
go back to the huz, and
didn't
that
create
was
the wheel.
it.
That's not necessarily true though, because Indigenous tribes all over the world that didn't have the wheel and carts, and you know, and it's kind of like a game of necessity. Like you think about why the Aboriginal culture didn't invent bow and arrows, but the Indigenous culture in the Americas did, right? But then you think about it, it's like in the Americas they have to kill bison, big moose, big deer,
yeah.
So
things
they
that are
ride
much
horses
harder to
and
kill.
yeah.
Things that are much harder to kill than
Than
a
fish in
kangaroo.
the water, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
A kangaroo, they're chill. You walk up to a kangaroo and bonk it on the head with a stick, you got
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah.
Well, they could fight.
Honestly.
They could fight you.
I know, but see, like, how hard is it to kill a kangaroo in comparison to a giant bison in a big
That's
herd
running
that will
away.
ram
That's
you?
running- yeah.
Yeah, they had like, you know, in the stories that you hear about, you know, Indian people, Indigenous people of the Americas, they would be dressed in bison skin, sneaking up on these things and landing arrows in the kill zone, and that wouldn't even take it out. Still, the tribesmen would go down to a giant bison, ramming them with 10 arrows in its back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
That
it's
is
a game
true.
of necessity. Like maybe they didn't need agriculture because they were content. Maybe they didn't need innovation because they were very happy at living this sustenance-based lifestyle. And it's like, it's almost an issue of spirituality. They looked at the world, like from what I can understand, they looked at the world in a very different way to the way we look at the world. Like their version of success wasn't innovation or materialism. It was connectedness with the earth and doing right by themselves, their family, and their tribe. And I think that spirit sort of lives in all of us, you know, like we just because we are Westerners who live in the material world, in the digital world, in, you know, the modern era, doesn't mean we don't still have that in us. There's still a tribal part that allows us to connect and do what we do. But I think they were all in. They were 100%. There was no need for a boat, or a car, or a wheel, or a bow and arrow, or anything like that, because it was like, we got to maintain what we have, protect the earth, protect the country, protect the land. And I think that's why that's such a big deal now. Like the welcome the country, the land stuff. I know the woke, not the, like
The wokenism.
the woke people like to fucking make a big deal about
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta worship the welcome the country.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it as long as we still do the national anthem, like that kind of stuff.
That's
yeah.
what I mean. And that's why, like, being, but that's the thing, being on like the right side of the political game doesn't mean you're completely against these things.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
still have respect and also understand that we need to, like, you know, we're Australian. We need to be proud of being Australian too. You know, and that's why, like, came home from the road trip the other day.
Yeah.
Right. And I've just been on a skits road trip,
Yeah.
hella surfing, hella fishing, having a good time. Parked the car in the driveway. Mum's like, "Oh, head up to the backyard," and I'm like, "All right." Boys are in the backyard with my dad, like 10 of Riley's mates, big Australian flag
The beers
on the
out.
fence,
Yeah.
beers everywhere, like crazy catches going on. I was like, we're so blessed. We are the lucky country. I'm
Yeah,
proud to
was
be
pretty good.
Australian.
The Australian flag out on the
An Australian flag
yeah.
out. And if anyone burnt that,
Oh well, so I
if
put a,
anyone burnt that, they should
Right.
call the police.
so I put a photo right of Jake with our mate Gus. Jake's
Yeah.
got the Australian flag around him. I put on my story. I think I lost 14 followers on Instagram. No, which I don't really give. I don't care about that. But like, I'm just like, that's crazy that people care that much about it. Yeah.
It's a public holiday, bro. You're not even working
You
either.
can't be proud of where you live. That's crazy. That's literally how you destroy a country, because us being proud of where we live means we care about Australia. We
Yeah.
want to see Australia succeed. We're going to vote in the interest of Australia. We want Australian people to be happy, Australian nature to be preserved. We're all in. We're Australian
exactly.
first, some may say. But if you're like, you know, there's no reason to celebrate. With, you know, Australia is stolen land. It just creates a negative tone to the culture, and it means you disassociate with what it means to be nationalistic. And nationalism can lead to a lot of things, but inherently it is good. You want to be proud of where you come from. You want to have a family and be invested in the future generation as well. And those things matter for a country to survive. And you go, why is this being pushed so hard? Why are they trying to do everything they can to destroy society? Why are they telling us that we should be guilty and sorry and, you know, all this, like, it's essentially just guilt tripping us into feeling bad about things we had nothing to do with. If we look at our objective lives, you guys are 2 years younger than me. I'm 23.
Yeah.
We had nothing.
We didn't
to do-
conquer anyone. We
had
just lived our
nothing
lives
to
in
do
northern
with that.
beaches.
And you're telling me that I'm not allowed to be proud of being
Yeah.
Australian? I can't have an Australian flag,
Yeah.
which is literally where I live, because it's racist and I'm promoting, you know, white privilege or, like, you know, white power. It's crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like our ancestors came to Australia and were like, oh, like, I'm going to conquer this land. They were like convicts and they were forced to come to Australia.
Yeah,
and
they were
forced to make colonies.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It was just to get a part of the British Empire.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
it was.
It's literally true.
That's what it was.
Yeah, well, like,
The Dutch came here first. They came to Western Australia, but there was nothing there, no resources for them. So they were like, "Why bother staying here?" So they went away.
Well, the Aboriginals probably
And the English
just as
came
confused as
first.
the convicts when they first arrived. They're like,
super confused.
the convicts probably like, who the fuck are these people? Like, they don't even have like a city or anything set up. They're living in the bush.
No, in the 17. No, but in the 17.
But like, honestly, they're probably confused about each other. Like you know what I mean? That's why they didn't really
city? What's
fight
the other
back.
bridge,
They like
bro?
accepted it because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll just live
No,
aside
well, this is-
aside with these
This
people.
is actually like what I'm learning about now, which is there is a narrative that Indigenous people didn't fight back.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong. From what I've read, that's not what I've come
Oh,
across. There was like genuine scuffles, big conflicts, multiple casualties on both sides. There was like, you know, white settlements would get attacked by Aboriginals. White settlers would go out and attack Aboriginal tribes, tear down villages and monuments, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So there was there was a war, and it was like a lot. Some of it, 10% of it was forceful, let's say, and then the other, like maybe another 10-20% happened just because of the spread of white civilization, white colony. But a lot of it was disease. A lot of it was smallpox coming over, and even though it was the white men that came over and crossed the seas and landed in Australia and spread the disease, it's kind of it was involuntary. They didn't mean to bring this, and they didn't mean to genocide a people through disease that they hadn't been exposed to yet.
And I do agree with Jake. Like, it's not like they can just get back on the boat and go back. Like, you know what I mean?
Not if you're a convict.
Yeah, no, I'm doing that from a convict.
Because you
no, you go.
Well, think about the story in America, because they say the same thing in America, where Columbus rocks up, the Spanish conquest, and then there's the revolution, etc., etc. And there was in the Americas, there's an idea that the colony conquered America. They defeated the Indians and won, essentially. There was a war to fight for the country, but there's not the same narrative here. But what I'm reading, it sort of sounds like there was battles that took place, and like mass casualty events that took place that defined the outcome of the nation. And I'm not saying that stuff's good, but it's it's almost like if the indigenous people didn't fight back, that's almost bad. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to have some honor. You know what I mean? Like, someone came here, they ghost people. You never seen white men before. You never seen the ships before.
Fight them.
And you're telling me they were all like,
let's start. You can see both sides of sure. If you're Aboriginal and someone comes takes your land, you're gonna fight them. But then if you're a convict and you can't go back, your choice is to get killed by Aboriginals or to fight back. You're also gonna fight back.
Well,
like, both sides are like,
It's kind of similar to, like, in today's world, mass immigration, and how. Trust me. Okay. And how, so if you allow like so many immigrants into your country, eventually they're going to outpopulate the white people in the country, and then they're going to reproduce, and eventually we'll be outbred by the immigrants, and then you don't have our culture, you don't have our people anymore. It's like, where do we go?
oh yeah, that's good.
It's true. It's like we got to. No.
Think about the birth rate for
Exactly.
We should clip that.
No, and so a way to fight back is voting for Pauline Hanson in the next election.
I don't like that.
I was letting him cook that. I know that's where he was going.
And so, like, you can, like, I don't have a problem with immigration. I think it's great. Like, I think it's needed too. But I think there's a certain level that is sustainable, and a certain level that is maintainable. And I think that when you're letting so many people in, you can't background check them. You can't do all these things, which is why you're getting more.
Hence the Bondi shootings.
And so, like, Pauline Hanson doesn't want to stop immigration; she just wants to lower it to a sustainable rate. So it's not like racist or anything like that. But I think people just misunderstand, or I don't know, they're a bit misled.
I think people are waking up to the immigration problem, not just from the Bondi stuff, but because their quality of living has gotten worse. And because inflation's gotten so bad, cost of living has gotten so bad. Buying a house has gotten so hard. And it's because there's a lot of people here. And because the economy's growing, because we're bringing in more people every year. And it has declined since COVID. But I've even heard, this is a conspiracy that's not out there. I've heard that the post-COVID immigration numbers aren't real, that they're fake numbers, that they go, oh, we're actually, there's only 400, we only had 400,000 immigrants come in the country this year, but in reality, it's much more. I've heard, conversations
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like that too.
Yeah,
right? And with Albanese in there, and this is the conversation I want to have, right? Because we understand it's an issue. I think all Australians are starting to wake up that this is an issue.
Oh yeah, well her poll numbers have increased out of.
Exactly. Yeah. You're right. She's now like 26%.
Is she second on the polls?
She's second.
Yeah.
Susan Lee's 13, she's 26, and Albanese's like 37.
Yeah.
Right. So if they had an election today, theoretically she'd come second.
Yeah.
Right. And there's a long time till the next election, right? So this is kind of what I'm thinking though. Susan Lee's not going to get the job done.
No way.
Albanese's too weak, and Pauline Hanson, while she is tough on the immigration stuff, she is.
Some of her other policies are very.
She's not sensible. She's exactly the same thing that people say about Trump. Exactly the same. He doesn't have presidential decorum. He doesn't have the like politeness and the political rhetoric
she's
to
divisive.
represent the country. And I think Pauline Hanson, while she is a powerful political figure, she's powerful because she's kind of on the fringe. She represents that, that one nation ideology that's been on the fringe for a long time.
Yeah.
But now it's in the mainstream. We like the Australian Day rallies. I don't care what the news says. They were the biggest I've ever seen in my life. People are on the streets mobilizing, not necessarily because they're racist, not because they say, oh, we have too many, African migrants here. We have too many Asian migrants here, Indian migrants. It's not about that. It's the fact that I can't buy a house. I can't raise a family. The quality of living in Australia for me is worse than my dad. And for my dad, it was worse than his grandfather. And what's it going to be for my kids? So they're going, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. We need to stop people coming in because we need to put a plug on the demand. We need to stop a new influx of people coming in that demand housing, that demand goods, that have needs, that want services. And there's not enough to go around. And that sounds like, some Thanos type stuff.
No.
But when you're facing the problems that our economy is facing, there's demand and supply. And supply isn't working it. They're not building enough homes. They're not able to supply more eggs. There's not more agriculture happening, right? It's like we need to play the game smart and ensure the success of our country long term.
And I'm all for like people from war-torn countries who need a better home, they're struggling to come in. But like if once you're like an Australian resident, like that's your home, bro. Like if you're not celebrating Australia still, like once you're living here, I understand that like you're from another country, you want, but like Australia let you live this good life, like
They let you in and you
enjoy it,
decide
yeah. Like don't burn the flag down, yeah.
television.
And then also you see all these like I want the war-torn people to come in, but then you see all these like China, like I'm not being racist, but like Chinese, I'm seeing in Northern Beaches, like buying all these rich Chinese buying these fancy homes. Like, how is that even happening?
Did you see
I
what
don't even.
Albanese did? India was, I don't know how much money it was, but like $1 billion, no, not $1 billion. Maybe like 10 million, maybe like 15 million down fucking west of like Victoria.
Yeah.
Getting built of like, what's the same homes again? Like, what are they called?
Well,
There's like clusters of like.
Yeah, project homes, something like that, just out there in Victoria or something.
Well,
they sold a bunch of land to India for it.
the international investment needs to stop, bro.
Yeah,
like
well, no, it's
seriously.
like
We gotta
it's
focus
clear.
on our people.
Yeah, like some stuff in politics is clear, and this is one of the things that's clear and shows that the Australian political system is broken and it's probably never going to change. The fact that Chinese nationals own 50% of the farmland
insane,
in this
bro.
country is insane. The fact that Chinese nationals, Indian nationals can come in here and foreigners can buy land, and the fact that Blackstone can go and buy Hamilton Island, buy the whole island.
How much did they buy it for? Like a
Albanese should be hung. These people are treasonous. They're literally committing treason in front of our eyes.
I'll look at that.
They're literally like the port. They were talking about this today on the news. The port in Darwin, the main port that they use for all shipping, is owned by China. And China today, this is why it's a big story, came out and said, if Australia try and take that port back, we're going to launch military action
That's
against your
crazy.
country. So it's like, who owns us and who sold us? Who in government let this happen? Who in government went, yeah, you guys can buy
And how
the
are you
land.
getting sold that easy, bro? Like you're literally Australian.
But that's what it is.
Well-
It's politicians, lawmakers, people in power going, I'm clipping it off the top. I'm taking 10 million out of this Chinese guy's pocket and I'm letting him buy all this land. I'm passing these laws that benefit the Chinese government or foreign nationals or whatever, and they're getting the check. And it's not about the country, it's about them. Right? And that's the same problem that we face in all these issues. Humans aren't capable of freaking governing anything. It's obvious. I couldn't do it, we couldn't do it.
You've seen
no
Albert-
one could fucking do it.
You've seen Albert when he was younger doing all those like far lefty.
Yeah, he was a
Protest,
leftist.
like,
We all-
yeah.
And he was a weirdo too.
Yeah.
Like
He's a weird guy. Yeah.
still weird.
Yeah.
You know? And like still just on the script. You know what I mean?
his
Like,
apology for the Bondi shooting was
Did you see him
awful.
get booed
my
for that?
God.
Chris Minns walked out and he got clapped and then out. Chris Minns, like the premier of New South Wales, he walks out. He actually handled it very well and he gets clapped and then Albo walks out behind him and then he gets fucking booed by everyone, bro.
It's because in times of turmoil, in times of conflict, we need a strong leader. Say what you want about Trump. He's a strong leader. Say what you want about the capture of Maduro. They come in the middle of the night, kill 80 of his guards, rip him and his wife out of bed in their pajamas. 2 hours later.
He was in a Nike.
No.
they put him
Shut
in
up, bro. They put him in that. They rip him out of bed in his boxers with his wife in the pajamas, put him in the tech fleece, bring him back to the United States, drop him on the floor in front of the president. That's the king of the world. Like, that's power. And I'm not saying that's good. I'm not saying that should happen. But objectively, that's a strong leader. Someone who demands more.
Me
from the
personally,
country.
I respect it.
And you have to respect the strength.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that Albanese doesn't have. He would never go against the lobbies that control him. He would never say anything bad about the mining industry. He would never say anything bad about the healthcare industry. Big pharma, big food, nothing. He doesn't want to upset anybody. He doesn't want to get... The check's got to keep rolling through. Otherwise, Labor's going to lose the next election.
Thing is, though, he knows the lefties at the moment. Like, if he appeals more to them, at the moment, he's more likely to stay in. But, like, look at Pauline Hanson. It's going to be pretty close, I reckon. It will get close.
This is what I'm saying. The new political landscape in this country, because we don't have a left and a right. People want to say the Liberal Party.
Yeah, Liberal is not far right.
It's not right. Well, it's not. It's definitely not far right, but it's not even center right.
Yeah.
It's more blue garbage.
Yeah.
We had Liberal in power for a long time, and it's not.
It's the same thing. Well, they both voted for the hate speech.
But now the coalition's collapsed. The Nationals are out. Susan Lee is about to get out. Like, she's gone in the next month, is what they're saying. The new landscape is One Nation, which is genuinely right wing, and the Labor Party, which is genuinely left.
Yeah.
We are now...
We'll turn more like America, right?
Yeah, we are now facing a situation where the right can win. Because before, the right can't win. You vote Liberal, you vote Labor, you can't win.
And then Liberal's just a pussy cunt.
Yes. And I'm not saying Pauline Hanson, I'm not saying she's got my vote. I'm not saying she's the leader for us. But at least now there's representation of the ideology, which is what we need. We need to push for Australia First policy. Otherwise, we're cooked. The I'm sorry, the transgender stuff, the bringing in as many people as possible, the leftist stuff, it hasn't worked. It's not going to work. We can't sacrifice the country out of empathy. It's not going to happen. And we're not going to stand for it. We need a genuine opponent to this ideology. And now we have it. And the only reason they have it, the only reason we got it in the first place is because they took that shit too far. They took COVID too far. They took everything too far. They put it on the news. They put it in our face. Albo gets up and gives a crap speech about the Bondi shooting. They did this to us. They did this to themselves.
When I have Abby Chatfield popping up on my TikTok, bro, that's enough for me. Fucking.
Yeah.
Well, it's all these champagne socialists, bro. Like they're just lots of empathy, lack of common sense, and
lack of common sense, understanding of basic economics.
it's like
they're probably good people, to be honest. Like, most of them probably are good people, but they don't have an understanding, I feel like.
But it's like they're not really good people though. But they want to be seen as a good person.
Oh yeah, they're trying
Exactly.
to. Yeah.
They're trying to signal as a good person. But you actually talk to these guys and they got no friends. They don't like anyone. They're like sort of just...
They got no morals.
Yeah. They're not... They can't have a conversation like us talking about legitimate issues where there's like someone's soul behind it. Because, like, when we talk about these issues, it's not like, oh, I'm hard right wing all the time. You play both sides because you can understand, like you look at complex issues like abortion. Like, obviously late term abortion's not okay, but if somebody gets raped and they're 16 years old, you know, it's the realities of the world. We've got to be able to have some nuance. And the fact that it's all extreme right or all extreme left, and it has been sort of extreme left in this country for too long, the buck's going to flip, the coin's going to toss, and it's going to change. And that's what we're seeing right now in real time.
Oh, especially right now. When the Greens started getting popularity last year with Abby Chatfield and stuff, I was like, bro, there's no way this shit's happening.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's fully over.
Yeah.
100%.
But like, it spiked so fast with this Pauline Hanson stuff. Like, she was nowhere near it in the last one. Was
everyone was complaining about how Dutton was too similar to Donald Trump, but then I think just the stuff with the Bondi shooting, people
100%.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly. This is the game.
Yeah.
People look for a strong leader, a strong personality in times of turmoil. They don't see it in Albanese. They see it in Pauline. Because if she's willing to get up there and dress in the burqa and say crazy shit, she doesn't care.
Yeah.
Whether she's doing the right or wrong thing, she wants the best for the country in her eyes. She's actually doing what she believes to be the truth and trying to bring it light. Exactly.
But like, people took that burqa stuff so like, but it's like it's infringing on like women's rights. Like let's be real. It's like women having to cover their entire bodies because like men want to only be the ones that see their own wives in their own skin and stuff like that. It's like, I get it's part of a religion, but it's a bit too far, I reckon.
It's
personally.
un-Australian.
Yeah.
It's like it's just objectively un-Australian. Like
Who's the woman that is in the Parliament House that wears
Fatima.
the
Payman?
Yeah,
Fatima Payman?
yeah, she's insane, bro. Do you guys know who?
no, I don't.
No. It's like what? Well, I can't get the videos up of like the audio, but like when you
Fatima, she's a senator. She's like super left wing.
bro towards
She-
towards the Muslims, like crazy, bro. I don't even know how she even got in
What
Parliament.
was her name, sorry?
Look her up after the podcast. I'm sure you can talk about it on another podcast later.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
Fatima something.
Fatima Payman.
Fatima, yeah. You gotta look her up. It's crazy. I don't even know how she's in there.
Yeah, well,
But that's what it was targeted at. That's what Pauline Hanson's burger
When you've
fund
got-
was targeted at.
yeah. And for good reason. Like you even see it in the US. We're not bringing us back to the Somali stuff,
Yeah.
but it's true. You have a Somali man get elected in like as the mayor of. It might have even been in Minneapolis. It might have been in
Yeah,
Minnesota.
with a 67 IQ, by the way.
Yeah, but he's
Crazy.
literally going into Congress and saying like, you know, I'm doing the most I can for Somalia.
Yeah.
I'm like all my decisions are going to be in the best interest of Somalia. And he's saying that in an American.
Really? In a
Yeah,
Congress?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Bro.
And it's like these people need to be deported. This
Yeah.
is not
Like,
a country.
well,
it's not. That's not how a country
You wouldn't
works.
see an American in his country
And
on the
it's
Parliament.
the
Yeah.
same thing we're seeing here, right? Where it's like, are you representing the people or are you representing your people?
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's not on.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know, like you could say the same thing about white men going up there and doing the same thing. And we all have to live in this country together. It's
Yeah.
not the 1960s anymore. The country, from a diversity perspective, looks wildly different. And it's not, you know. They're not going to happen. It's
Yeah.
not like we're going to deport a whole bunch of people and we're going to have white Australia again. Like that's why the freaking landscape in this country pisses me off so much because the thing is, for so long, the right-wing movement had been like neo-Nazis dressing up in all black and saying like Hail Hitler. And it's like, do we have to have the most extreme version?
Yeah.
Can't we have some center-right
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ideology?
That's why it pissed me off when they came to the rallies, because it's like you're just ruining it for everyone else.
Yeah,
yeah.
Who actually
Like no
cares.
one's thought process is
That's
like
the problem
that.
with all
Like a
these
normal
protests.
person.
That's the problem with all these protests. It's supporting. They're like, oh shit, we can.
It's
support,
extreme,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
ideas of what we think, and then the neo-Nazi thing was so terrible. Melbourne was the worst.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
They had him speak at
Melbourne
the
was
front.
the worst for it. They had more violence over there. They had like cops getting hit with rocks.
But it makes-
They had
And
the
all
It's Thomas Sewell. Thomas Sewell's the guy that leads it.
the bald guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should be talking about Thomas.
Maybe
Sewell, bro.
bleep that. I don't know. But like they make the rights look so bad, and they're not that bad. Yeah.
No. And it's like it's exactly what we've been talking about this whole time. It's like you guys have to bring in the 1940s ideology. You guys have to bring in the 300-year-old colonization story. We're 23. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We can't raise a
Yeah.
family. We can't buy a
can't buy
house.
a house
We
in
don't care.
Sydney, bro.
We don't care
Yeah.
about World War II. We don't care about the Holocaust. We don't care about how we're meant to feel guilty. We are in trouble. The country is dying. We
Yeah.
need real reform.
And also, like, we can't really do much more. They did a public apology with Parliament with, was it Kevin Rudd that did it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then they've been given money, like, from Centrelink. The money's probably not good enough, but like,
I don't
Is
know the
this-
system. This is the thing. It's
is this
kinda
too far? I don't know.
No, this isn't too far.
Uh,
This is the conversation of ideas. We've got to be able to talk about this stuff. Otherwise, what's going to happen? Well, now we can't. We've got
Because
that-
I want to help them. Genuinely, I want to.
But we're actually when we first started the pod, we could talk about
Yeah,
what we like.
hate speech laws.
Now we're about to get the knock at the door.
So stupid. I can't
But-
believe the hate speech laws. If someone's gonna come to our door, like you get it, bro.
Most the Mossad
Yeah,
agents,
oh,
though, they're coming.
Change his Snapchat account just so all his previous stuff that he has.
Don't tell the people. Don't.
Change it.
Search that up.
He lives in North Sydney.
That's the good thing about Australia. We didn't have freedom of speech. Now we're telling us that you.
No, we
have this-
didn't have freedom of speech. We never have had freedom of speech like the states do, where it's in their
Okay, fine,
constitution,
okay,
it's
fine,
enforced,
yeah,
etc.
fine.
That's one of the big problems in this country, and that's why there's been such a shit reaction to these laws being passed. It's like I feel like this is the thing. Almost no Australians are in favor of these laws being passed. Everybody knows that this is wrong. This is government overreach. This is Iron Curtain stuff. We shouldn't have this in Australia, in the Western world, where free speech is meant to be one of the pillars of what it means to be free and live in Australia, Canada, the Five Eyes, US, etc.
Did you hear about why the Liberals changed their vote and voted for hate speech laws?
No, tell me.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. I'm wondering.
Oh, you don't know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Well, the hold on. Okay, so what was the story, the full storyline? Because it was initially drafted by Labor. Because it was
Yeah.
initially drafted by the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League.
Yeah.
Which is a Jewish group that sort of defend Jews from defamation and online scrutiny and things like that. And they've got a big presence in the US. And then it came through Labor. But then you're right. The Liberals eventually folded on it.
And the Greens didn't even vote for it. Like they were against it. It's both far left, far right parties didn't vote for it, but the central ones did, which is weird.
That's funny because that's where a lot of the lobby money goes. You know, a lot of the lobby. No, but it's true. The reason we have a two-party system is because of the lobby money,
Yeah.
right? It's because they control the ads, they control the media, their candidates get the most time. Why do they get the most time? Because they're bringing in the most money. Who's giving the money? It's not you. It's not me. It's not everyday people. It's people who have billions of dollars who want to be able to control the direction of the country. If you own 20% of BHP and you've got the Greens going out there and saying, hey, we want to end mining, we want to put these laws in place, you're putting money against that guy. And that's exactly what the Israel lobby do. AJAC, which is the APAC equivalent in Australia. And you go, okay, why were these hate speech laws passed so quickly? And it's like, well, we got the election coming up. There's a lot of turmoil in the country. We don't know who's going to win. You're going to need as much money as possible. And if you piss off the Israel lobby, some of that money's going to dry up. And that's the truth. And it's not just the truth with the hate speech laws. That's who owns the country. The people with the money, the people who control the lobbies, they control the politicians, and then that's how they control the country. And that's why everyday people don't win. That's why we've got all the issues that we do now. And I almost think that's why no matter what we do, the Pauline Hanson, the right-wing movement, you could have Joel Davis running in for Prime Minister. Or Thomas Sewell. It's not gonna change anything because the human spirit's corruptible. These lobbies are these lobbies are entrenched into the way that we do things. And you know, the further and further along down this path that we get, it's like, what are we gonna do? Have a revolution? We've got no guns. We've got no power. It's you know, it's a bad state.
But it's funny though, because like you see how the left starts to go more extreme, and then people push back to the right side. But then once the right side starts pushing more extreme, then people push back to the left. Like it's just like a pushing thing.
That's exactly how the Democrats have mobilized in the last year. Trump's been fucking up. It's true. But the mobilization that they've been able to employ with the ICE stuff, like, it's flipped. Regular people are outraged about this killing Alex Preddy and the killing.
That one was pretty fucked.
Was that one recent? I think that was
recent.
He was on the ground on his hands, and the guy just got up and shot him. He didn't even have his gun on him anymore. The guy already taken
the
his
first
gun.
one I've heard was self-defense, but that one sounds crazy.
The video is really bad.
Of the first one or the second one?
The Renee Good is such a tough one because he is being rammed by the car. You see him fly off his feet. These ones, right? But there's no reason to shoot that lady. He shot her 3 times in the face.
Yeah, that is true.
That's not necessary, and a reasonable person wouldn't do that. However, 6 weeks ago, that same officer got dragged by a car through the streets and had injuries, right? So he's on full alert. And ICE, wherever they go, especially if they're in left-leaning states and left-leaning cities like Minnesota, they're facing protests, people blocking
you
their
see the mayor?
vehicles.
The mayor was pissed, bro.
Exactly. Throwing rocks at their windows, trying to block them. They're facing, like, the people are literally getting in the way of Trump's deportation effort. Right? That's what's happening. And these ICE officers are on full alert because, you know, they're getting harassed, they're getting things thrown at them. And this guy, the Alex Preddy guy, even though the Renee Good thing, you know, put that aside, look at that Alex Preddy thing, he rocks up to, it's not even a protest. ICE are trying to do their job. He gets in the way of it. He has a firearm. Like, at what point are you surrendering your life to an extent? If police are trying to escort some people, it's New Year's Eve, and they're trying to get some people back, people are fighting, and I go in there, I've got a gun, and I'm trying to break it up, and I get shot, like, what do you think's gonna happen, man?
Yeah.
You gotta be smart. And
Literally.
and this Alex Preddy guy, you guys what are you defending? The Somalians that are committing fraud against your own people? Like, are you the dumbest person in the whole world? But it's true. That's literally that's why ICE are there. That's why there's a crackdown on the president. ICE are trying to get rid of this fraud, and people are getting in the way of this. And it's like, Are you guys?
That's your tax money, bro.
Yeah, bro. Ice has been around since 2009. It's just like a thing that's just been popularized.
Exactly. That's the mobilization of the left. They need to go, we need to put this on the news. We need to make it look as bad as terrible. And yes,
And they don't give the whole
looks
reason.
bad.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
video looks bad.
They clip
But
it. That's what the news does, though. They clip
they're
it, make
trying
look
to
bad,
push
yeah.
it hard because they're going, this is our chance. This like these events, the Renee Good thing, the Alex Pretty thing, this is it. We got to go all in against Trump. We got to show them that this is fascism, they're totalitarian. When in reality, you look at it, they've had 10 million illegals. This is on the low end. They've had 10 million confirmed cases of illegal immigrants coming over under the Biden administration over the last 4 years. So far, they've deported 300,000 max. They barely even started, right? And you know, in the States, they've got all the same problems that we do, right? They've got the housing crisis, cost of living, just at a bigger scale. And we talked about, you know, what can be called the white replacement theory, where white people become the minority in their own country. That is happening in the US. And by, I think it's 2045 now, they're saying there'll be more minorities than there are white people.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
it's, you know, some people see that as a good thing. Some people see it as the worst thing to occur.
Well, you've got
civilization.
You've got people like Mark Ruffalo. Do you see that video?
Oh yeah, he's a clown.
And he
literally shut up.
He's got the pin on his thing, and then he gets asked about it, and he gives no explanation to why he's wearing the pin, if he even knows anything about it. All he's seen probably is on the news of this person getting shot. Like, that's probably all he's seen.
But it's like,
his
that's fucked up.
agent
Yeah.
gives him the pin and says, if you wear this pin, you're going to get more movies. And Mark Ruffalo's like, I don't know what's going on.
It's like,
in the world.
that pissed me
Give me
off
the
so much.
pin
Yeah.
and maybe I get to be the Hulk again. Right? And that's what that's the situation that these people are in. You think we pull it up all the time. Why do we think the big artists today are promoting all this stuff? We even had it on the show the other day. We had Sabrina Carpenter come up, win the award, win the Grammys, and say, give like a 2-minute speech, not about our music, but about transgender rights. And who's writing the script? She's like a 21-year-old girl.
Yeah.
She makes music. She is talented. She is pretty. Is she some leftist ideologist where she's like, I need a push for the freedom of these transgender people? They're marginalized in society. It's like, who's giving you the script? Who's giving you the check? Who's putting you on #1 on the charts? Because we need to know right now, and we need to get those people out of here.
And you know where it goes back to Israel.
That is a good rap.
This is gonna ruin my career, this potty, bro.
I do. The editor, I
Shout out,
tell you,
shout out to my mentor.
just bleep the whole thing, bro. It's like maybe we start up the Patreon. We got to start up the Patreon. This is the first episode that people got to pay to see because people watch this for free. It's too much.
Bro, please cut some bits out. Especially most
If
bits
you
from
want a
me.
worse, podcast than this, put on this podcast.
We got to get him on.
Put
Dude, you know.
on it with
You know what's made this podcast silly? You being here. I'm not trying to shit on
Yeah,
you.
because I've been trying to like.
No, but like if I was hosting it, it would be very like if it was just me, I feel like it would be very like question answer style, would stay on track. But it's just like we're just hanging out as boys, so it's just fucking flying, which is good and bad. You know what I mean? I respect it, and that's why I wanted Riley on here because I was like, I want it to be normal.
I wanted Riley on it. I really loved your first podcast you did, bro.
Oh, thank you.
I just wanted. I think I've said already at the start, but like, it was inspiring stuff.
Nah, I was in the 20 minutes, so now.
No, it was good. I actually genuinely really liked it.
It wasn't as good as it could have been.
Nah.
Is the truth.
We had to cut out a bunch of stuff about me.
No, I enjoyed listening to your holidays. You boys have done a lot of good holidays, like clearly.
Yeah, we try and get around.
The Nepal one looked crazy,
very
bro.
blessed.
Yeah.
No, and it was like the Nepal one was different because it's hard to call it a holiday, you know, like it's a mission, you know, and that makes it sound a bit cringe, but it's sort of true.
No, it was-
like you're hustling the whole time, and it's very different to like sitting down and relaxing because when I go away, I don't know if you guys get this too. When I go away for more than like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I sort of get guilty about not doing enough. I'm like, I need to get.
Oh, you gotta go gym or something. Yeah.
I need to go gym. I need to get out and about. I've just been lazing around eating buffet every day. It's too much. We need to get back on the hustle. Something like this, you don't feel that at all because you're locked into a grind and you have an objective. Get to Mount Everest base camp and come home safely. Like it's just like it's on the list and there's training you got to do. There's gear that you have to have. It's just the game, you know. And I think I'm definitely leaning. My days of degenerate holidays are over. Is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm not lying on the beach for 2 hours.
Max hold a holiday.
Like I'm not going to Fiji with the all inclusive.
Yeah. Oh,
resort.
that's exactly Max's type of stuff.
Like it's just I can't do it because it's not. It doesn't. it doesn't add anything new to my experience of life. You know, I know what it's like to sit down and eat pancakes and get an omelet and sit on the beach and chill out and listen to some music. I live in freshwater, dude. You don't think I do enough of that?
Yeah.
Like, we need stuff that's going to spice it up. That's why when Riley talks about Riley really
Jumping trains in Kazakhstan.
well, yeah, exactly, doing crazy stuff. And Riley brought up the Nepal stuff in the first
Oh,
place.
right.
The only reason there was a couple reasons we went. One of my mates wanted to do it, and I knew Riley would be keen for it because he's talked about it since we were in high school.
with our dad to do it.
Exactly, he wanted to do it back in the day, and you know, credit to him. These holidays, that it really brings the fire, and it gives you a chance to genuinely reflect, and it puts you in a different mindset. Like when you're working hard every day, like trekking, you guys know it because when you go to the gym, there's kind of like a calm that you get.
Yeah.
When you're trekking, there's a calm that kind of comes over you because you got the mission, you've got the tools, you know you're capable, and you just got to lock in.
Yeah.
And that kind of gives yourself an opportunity to relax, let down the veil, and start figuring some stuff out. Because Nepal happened in a very pivotal point in Riley and I's life. Like I was 22, Riley was 20, and we go over to Nepal, and it changed my life. It changed my whole life because after Nepal, within 3 months, so much was different. The only reason I set up this podcast was going to Nepal. There was a few things that led up to it, but essentially when I got over to Nepal, I had a realization that the Australian way of life and the rat race, some may call it, is a product of my environment. This is just local to where I am. People are playing this game because I live in Sydney. And then I went over to Nepal and I was like, this is a new way of doing things. My eyes have been opened to just a new culture and a new way of experiencing the world. And I've been overseas before, but for some reason it just hit hard because we were able to connect with these people. We had guides that took us
The
on
wild, the
the nature. Exactly.
And that's when we pretty much fell in love with nature and all that stuff. And that's when you decided to be like, hey, I'm gonna go out and travel more around the
100%, because I was like, this is the
that's when you
truth.
became more outdoorsy, I would say.
I'd say it's probably true. I would say I was kind of leading into it. Like once I got out of school, I know this sounds crazy, and I love school for a lot of things, but school puts the development. It puts like the chains around you on your personal growth because you're kind of like. The environment is so based on being competitive, academically, popularity, sports, music. It's all about performance. It's all about who you know, how cool you are, what you got to do. And it kind of restricts who you can become because you're fitting into the mold of school. You're at school for 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours a day. You're studying in the later years of your life, in the later years of school. You're studying for hours and hours at a time. That's time that you're not able to develop your personality.
Yeah.
Then you've got kind of the limits, the social restrictions of school because of the environment. You're kind of forced into a mold. You're trying to be the perfect student, the perfect athlete, the perfect friend, not be cringe. Like, there's so much stuff that you got to contend with when you're in school. And that doesn't allow you to just go, okay, I don't even know who I am, what's going on, what I want to be. And I feel like after school, when I was able to relax and get time to myself, because, you know, lockdown happens in year 12. That was kind of the false lockdown. The real lockdown happened in 2021, which was my first year of uni. And so that gave me time, sit and reflect. Just like Riley said, when it was COVID lockdown, he picked up running. I picked up a bunch of things too, and I became a new version of myself. And that new version has been developing over time.
2021, I became cross-country champion, bro.
Wait, did you?
No way.
So
Why are you gonna flex like that, bro?
You took me.
I went to zone.
You took me.
Huh?
I was
went to
in
zone.
year
I
9.
went to zone.
I came first in year 9.
No. In year 10 to year 11 and year 12, I went to zone for each.
Yeah.
Did you come first?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Riley,
You beat Jed Curtis.
Yeah, I actually did. People will actually say that.
Damn.
I beat him, I think, in year 12.
Shit.
so Riley,
Year 11, 2021.
Do you guys know what Jed Curtis is doing these days?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're good friends.
He's doing architecture.
Oh, that's cool.
UNSW.
Yeah, UNSW. Yeah.
That'll be a long course, I reckon.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
a double with someone as well.
Very, very good bloke. I go gym with him a fair bit.
Yeah, no, the Curtises are a smart bunch.
Yeah.
good
They're
bunch.
locked in, 100%. But it's one of those ones where, like, exactly, like the Nepal trip kind of gave me that new perspective, and then I was able to come home and use it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, because I was even over there thinking like this. I was like, my eyes have been opened what do I have to do? Do I have to make like a crazy change? Do I have to move to one of these places to experience this?
Yeah.
And then I got back and I was like, no, I got to take the lesson and bring it here.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about replicating it. It's about understanding the game.
Yeah.
And that's what travel does. Give
What
you
did
that new perspective.
What did Vietnam teach you, right?
Oh, Vietnam teach me nothing. But I'll talk about
What are you talking
I'll
about?
talk about Mount Everest for a second. Because
Okay,
you're
alright.
right.
That's
But
crazy.
the view that I said would, when I came back was we were so detoxed from our phones and all that stuff. Well, I'll come back and I'll see people just staring at their phones like this. I'd be like, for the first like 3 months, I was like, okay, it's time to put down the phone and like go do something else. I'd work out more, I'd train more. Sure, you can say to this day, I'm a little bit more addicted. I'm trying to get off my phone more this year, which is why I fell on a passion with reading more and try to stay more active, running, doing other things, hanging out with my boys more often. You know, and being kind of a youth leader to my my peers. So
This is actually a really good question.
Leader, you
What the
reckon?
fuck is that?
well,
shit?
like a mentor.
He's trying to be like
a mentor.
Bro,
Oi,
you gotta sit on
oi,
that side.
oi,
The
Riley.
questions, honestly,
Riley.
honestly, let's be. The questions haven't stacked up tonight.
No.
This-
Riley,
it's
oi,
been a
Riley,
bad year.
Riley.
You got to regroup
boring
next
now.
time.
Oi,
No, you got to
Riley,
regroup, man.
you made Lockie, didn't you? Like, you made him. You,
I made him, bro. So what do
you
So,
made him.
so could I say in Riley's speech for Lockie's birthday, Lockie's his Riley's longest friend. Riley gets up and in his speech before he didn't actually get up because he wasn't allowed to.
No, I wrote a
But
letter.
he showed us his speech for him and his letter to Lockie, and in it said, "I made you."
No, you remember when you read it and you said you liked it? It was a fake paper one.
No, I wouldn't, bro. I wouldn't have agreed.
no-
I read it to
Because Ethan helped you with your speech for me and Jake's, right? And that was actually a very good speech. I cannot see Ethan.
Yeah, you did read me that, and I said it was alright.
I wrote the whole thing that you
Yeah.
said that you should get rid of this one. Like,
And you
in
did,
consequence.
and
Yeah,
it made it
yeah,
better.
I did.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't hear this Lockie garbage.
Oh, the lucky one was like,
exactly.
I made you. I made you.
That's
I said a different speech to him.
you got to get some more respect.
I'm trying.
I'm being-
I'm trying to be a better
The
person.
speeches at your ones are pretty trash, though.
What do you mean?
The speeches at your
At
birthday.
Riley's one,
yeah.
from me and Jake, yeah. What do you think?
There was nothing like controversial.
No,
It's just because we were all on the spot
it's
stuff.
just ordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was very nice.
Lono's was pretty interesting.
Lono's was funny.
Lono's was fun.
Lono.
But you know who needs to get teaching lessons how to speak is Max Holder.
He's not that bad.
Mate,
I wouldn't say he's that bad.
He's bad. He's
are you serious? So I really want to pull up the video that I try to send of Max's speech. I can actually, let me put it into the camera.
Pull it up, pull it up.
This is the last thing I want to show you.
I think
Alright,
I
alright.
could sing the car.
Oh shit, it's 9:30. Nice, bro. I thought it was like maybe like
Only
8.
2 hours?
We started a little bit late. This would be 2 hours now.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
Is this the longest potty you've done?
No, we've done like 3.5 hours.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, one time on a Saturday, we literally like did a pod for like 5-6 hours, but we
Holy
just cut
shit.
a bunch of it. Well, not a bunch of it. We were having breaks. Like we would literally talk for like an hour and a half. It was my mate Bobby, and he's like, "Boys, I'm going for a cigarette." And then we'd literally go down on the beach, have a cigarette, come back, and then we'd be on a whole new yarn.
That's cool.
So-
dude, he was the guy.
So could I say, this isn't Max's full speech, but Max has been exposing me the entire time. I'm not going to even say it.
I wish you had the
Because
video of
it
my
was
speech.
crazy. What he said was crazy. And he got to like Riley's, Ethan's, and Lewis's was all like 1 minute to 2 minute speeches. Like good speeches, short, good speeches. We had pizza waiting on the table. Max gets up. He does. Shout out to Max. I do actually. I was very appreciative of your speech till I heard it. And
Shout out. Interesting.
shout out to Max and Kate. And so he gets like 5 minutes, and my dad's like getting a bit annoyed at this point because like the pizza's waiting at the table. We had 4 speeches, and my dad goes, "You'll hear it in the video. I'll play it now." Oh. It's hard to hear.
It's the longest one so far, mate. The pizzas are getting cold, I'm just telling you.
Anyway, that was just a little. That was just a
But
little.
he was rambling.
That was so. Mate,
So-
he didn't
yeah.
have any speech planned. It was just dot points, and
Yeah.
he was just exposed the shit out of me, bro.
Bro, that's
My family thinks I'm cooked now, bro.
Yeah.
no, that's actually like it's disrespectful.
Well, yeah, again, it's disrespectful. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I
That's
wrote.
why I was saying.
Yeah.
That's why Riley's speech. I
Yeah.
was like, "This is a bit too far. This is."
They all actually said that. My whole family said that this speech is kind of rogue.
And then you
You might
those
get
bad
told.
bits to Max and said, "Oh, that's really."
Barely. He went on a different one. He went on like the
correct.
other things that I won't
this is
say
your
again.
fault, bro.
No, it wasn't. 'Cause
Why
they-
is it your
Could I
he
say,
wrote.
he
He
exposed body count.
No, I didn't give him that at all.
He exposed my. It is in front of my whole family. I got
Yeah.
like 6-year-old cousins here.
That's crazy.
There was what else? What else?
No, just like
It was just
I don't know.
crazy shit. Like every stuff. Just
I
like,
barely gave him anything, dude. And he didn't even use them in the end. He didn't even use them.
I don't actually even.
He didn't
it's
use
just
them.
Funny as that video of my dad like.
Yeah,
he-
that's
he
funny.
told
I
us.
had a nightmare before your 21st that I was going to get told off or like told off by your dad. So your mum, that it was like, "Hey, get off the stage. Like you can call me a fuckwit or I have a
They
punch
took
up with your
his
dad.
stuff very good.
Yeah. So
that's-
I was thankful
we
that it
fixed
was
it
good.
up.
Because if you watch the video, we don't have the video here, but if you watch it, you can see my hand fucking shaking crazy because I was scared that your dad Paul was gonna come out and be like,
The nightmare
dude,
happened in real life.
like
It
with the
was just
pull
for
out
Max,
the pizza cutter, bro.
for
It's
Max.
trying to
That
check
was
me
a
out.
nightmare.
That's funny.
Uh,
All right, we got to end on something wholesome. You
Should
guys
we-
talked about. Oh, hold on.
Should we end on my stitch?
Oh, what's
oh, when we went to the hospital the other
This is
day.
my-
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Can we end on that and then we.
Okay. So you go first.
So the other night we're at Will's house. And he
Editor's working so fucking hard tonight, bro. Editor is working.
It was a Saturday night.
believing you as I'm going.
I know, bro.
Oh,
He need,
No, he's
Yeah, we're good.
he single-handedly got my career in his hands.
So we're there, and me and Riley. I actually have really good videos of me and Riley before I cut my hand, and me and Riley just vibing, bro. I got videos of me and Riley dancing together, and then I don't know what happened, but we're like 10 drinks in at this point at the prees. Like it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a class night. It's a Saturday night. We're gonna go bucketies, then the stain after. We got all the boys there, and me and Riley get to like our 10th drink. I've got videos of us dancing, and then all of a sudden something happens, and me and Riley start play fighting. You know how like the testosterone starts building.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell my
We
side
start
of it?
play
What
fighting.
I
No,
saw?
no. It
Or you
happened to me. It
Okay,
happened-
okay. You tell your side.
Yeah,
first. I'll tell you what I saw from my perspective.
We started play
Go.
fighting. Riley starts eye-cutting me, and then I don't know, something must have been said, and Riley starts eye-cutting me. He goes, "What are you gonna do, mate?" It's all joking, like we're
Yeah.
laughing.
Oh, yeah.
We're laughing while it's happening. Yeah. I'm like, oh fuck this dude, and I grab because the butcher's knife at my house. I just thought at every family's house it was the same. Like it's really blunt. No one really used the butcher's knife. Like who the fuck uses the butcher's knife? Maybe people do.
I don't even think it was a butcher's knife. I
No,
think
it was but it was a brand new Japanese butcher's knife of 2 days. Of 2 days old.
Oh, you're done.
And so I grab it out. And Wilson is there, and Wilson's going, Ben, put it away, like put it away. And I go up to Riley, I'm like laughing, I'm like, Riley, I'm like drunk out, I'm like, Riley, don't come any closer to me.
You had the knife to my jugular.
That's insane, bro.
You had the knife
You should
to
be-
my jugular.
But like, you
By the
laughing
way.
and I was laughing.
I'm laughing, but I didn't realize until someone else showed me a different angle that you were literally waving that
Wait,
knife.
someone has a video of it?
What? Yeah, Wilson or something. Or Lockie had a video of it. Or
There's
something
no
like that.
video of it, I would have seen it.
No, Lockie, I swear, had a video of
But
it.
like,
Maybe he
okay,
told
this
me that
sounds
he
bad,
said
but it was all a joke. Like we were
yeah,
playing
it was all a joke. But
And I start
could've
laughing.
died if you
Riley-
missed up.
Wilson goes, Ben, put the knife away. I start laughing, Riley's laughing. I turn around, and as I'm walking around, Riley goes to like wrap his arm around my neck, but doesn't see that I'm still holding the butcher's knife in my left hand.
Yep.
And as he's coming around, he's like punched my arm into my own hand. And because of brand new Japanese butcher's knife, it can slice through anything, bro. Like it was so weak. I see it bounce into my hand, and then I don't feel anything. And I'm like, fuck, that's not gonna be good, eh? Like I didn't feel anything. Like it's gone through. I can see it's bounced in.
Yeah.
And then like I pull out, and then all of a sudden just blood starts fucking
was on the
squirting out. Like it's
floor.
going out because I think I've hit the vein. It's just squirting out everywhere. And then Riley goes, "Oh, boys, we need a band-aid." and Will's looking for the bandage. And Will's like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Riley? We don't need a band-aid, mate. Like, look at the blood." The blood's like squirting out. I squirted onto his kitchen, his floor. Luckily, his mum's in the like movie room. She doesn't know what's happening. She just knows we're maggoted. And then,
we need a band-aid, water.
and then 'cause none of the boys would have been able to drive me, but Will's brother just came
Archie.
home and they'd started drinking, but one of the mates was driving, and so the mate who was meant to be driving,
No. The guy didn't drink at all.
Yeah.
Let's clarify that. The guy didn't drink at all.
Yeah, he hadn't drank.
He had no alcohol in his system, and he was like, "Yeah, well, I'll drive,"
Yeah.
and he was fine.
so
He was a
Will's
great
wrapped
boy.
it. Will's
Great guy.
wrapped it, and I'm like, Riley, mate, you coming to the hospital with me?
No, I said no matter what, I'm coming
Yeah.
because I felt so guilty in
He
the
was,
moment.
and it was actually a very good time. We were in the
It was
car.
it was still fun.
Yeah, we were
Yeah, we can't go into that like that thing. But
We were drunk and under the influence,
dude,
and it was a good time.
can I tell you? He had the you know the
Of
like the-
alcohol.
He had the absolute vodka. What is it? Absolute? Is that what they
Shot,
call it?
yeah.
The little like airplane bottle
Yeah,
sizes
yeah.
in his pocket, and we're sitting there. We got a white Monster and water bottles. We're sitting there. This whole freaking he's. By the way, he's bandaged up his hand.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the X-rays to come through because we told the doctors. Am I allowed to say this part?
Mm.
Because we told the doctors his mum was there, and we couldn't say the real reason of how it happened.
My mum was there with my grandpa at the same time.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
emergency.
there was a
Yeah.
different reason why he was there. But
Okay.
anyway, we told your mum that he cut his hand on glass.
I used a different story because I didn't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like something like that. Like you cut your hand on glass, I tackled you to the phone, and there was glass there, and you cut your hand open. So we're waiting for these X-rays to see, hey, there might be some glass in there and stuff like. There might be some.
So
glass
you
in there,
waited
might think.
6 or 7 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
we were
was
there from
crazy.
9. I didn't leave the place till 1:15. He didn't leave till like maybe 1:30, maybe 1.
No, I got home at like 2:15.
No. I called you in an Uber when you were in the Uber, like around.
Oh yeah, because I was meant to come back home with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, the whole thing happened, and then the next morning, because I waited so long and they couldn't even sort me out, I went back to some other one the next morning, and they just put 4 stitches.
But the hospital that we went to was in an emergency, and there was a lady at the front who was like not feeling well at all. She was like collapsing. She was like,
Oh, that was crazy.
like she was screaming or something like that. And then there would be some.
And then there was a
weird
guy with a
people-
cloak with his bum out, bro, just walking around emergency.
It was
yeah.
like from those movies. He had the full on clock, and he had his ass out. He was walking. I thought he was gonna run out of the the doors that swing open. And be like, it's done, boys.
And me and Riley, we're still drunk. We didn't sober up till about midnight, and we're sitting there like, bro, what the fuck?
Dude, he had the shots in his pocket, and he drops one on the floor. It just rolls out. The
Yeah.
whole thing is packed. There's a guy with a bandage around his head,
And then you
with,
see
like,
this
blood,
vodka
and he's
shot
like
rolling across-
looking, just sees it roll on the floor. I'm like, babe, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Shut up. And we're looking at the memes on our phones because there's on Instagram there's this new thing called Blend where I didn't know about it. It's basically where you go on like if you're on a group chat with your friends, you get to see what their memes are like advertised for them. So mine were all these like weird ones. Mine was like Jeffrey Epstein memes. Mine were the gnomes memes that we were laughing at, bro. Oh,
Yeah, it was a class time, honestly.
It was actually a lot of fun. That's when we bonded quite a bit there, and that was fun.
pivotal
we bonded,
experience.
bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
That in Vietnam.
and we got Cole photos too. I posted them on Instagram. You
Yeah,
know.
that was good.
The different story I told at my work was that he tried to threaten me with a knife, and I blocked it. Bro. I ketoed it. That's the story I told.
He's trying to make me sound like a pussy to his colleagues.
It didn't work though. She still rejected you.
That's a positive note to end on.
Yeah, that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Riley got rejected. Oh, shit. Is it still on? Shout out to Max and Kate.
and lose.
Boys, that was sick.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Sorry.